Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday and welcome to September. Can you believe it? Summer is over. Well, I know it's not officially over for another 3 weeks, but I'm always of the opinion that as soon as Labor Day weekend's done, as soon as we flip those calendars to September, summer is over. So, hey, we made it. I know some of you guys don't like summer, so congrats to those of you guys who do like summer. Sorry, but we made it into fall, and I think can we all agree fall is best season? I personally really like summer, but fall is the best season, I think. So I'm actually very excited that September is here. Hello, everybody. It's so good to see you. We've got so many friends here in the chat this evening. DNA, TS, Meerkat, Mix, Brawny. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. I hope your Tuesday went a-okay, and welcome to what is going to be the final Blueprint stream. I know, I can't believe it. We've been playing this game now for almost 4 months. We've got over 50 hours into the game, and I believe tonight is stream number 15. So we certainly, I think, sunk a lot of time into Blueprints, and I'm not saying that because I regret it in the slightest. This game was absolutely fantastic. But it is also exciting to, close one chapter, close one book, finish a chapter, and move on to the next thing. And obviously, we've still got a lot to go before we say goodbye to Blueprints. Now, you may be wondering, Tiff, have you done every single thing in Blueprints? No, that's not what I'm gonna do. I've gotten to the point now where I realize that there is no end point for Blueprints. I've done some brief research trying not to spoil myself, but essentially the game basically goes on into perpetuity. There are still more puzzles to be solved. However, it's my understanding that the further into the game you get, the more obtuse and RNG based some of those puzzles become. And I was hoping there would be another sort of ending point, but there's really not. So I talked about this on the last stream, but I've basically just made an executive decision on where I want to end Blueprints. And all along, ever since we first got to room 46, my objective has been solving those 8 doors underneath the antechamber. On our last stream, we finally opened all of them, which means today we're going to be solving all the sigil puzzles inside. And then there's one final thing to do. I feel like it's fitting for us to end our Blueprints theory, or our Blueprints journey, with a cork board and some red string. It just feels so fitting. It feels like we've come full circle. There is one final puzzle in room 46 that involves a cork board and some red string, and that's going to be the last puzzle that I want to tackle for Blueprints. So that's the plan for this evening. As I already talked about, I really feel like Blueprints is probably going to get DLC at some point, because it is my understanding that even if you solve every single puzzle in the game, not all the loose ends are tied up, not all the questions are answered, which makes me think we're probably going to get some Blueprints DLC in the future. So that means this might not be the last Blueprint stream ever, because if we get DLC, I would love to come back to the game. Just sort of the last stream for now. So I'm very, very excited to hop in today and finally solve those damn sigil puzzles. I also thought of a way to involve you guys in those sigil puzzles, because as you know, I've been taking pictures of a lot of things that I've seen in Blueprints, and obviously on my phone. And the whole time, sometimes I've been solving puzzles by literally pulling up my phone, looking at pictures on my phone. You guys can't see what I'm looking at. But I thought of a solution. I use an iPhone, so all my photos go to iCloud. So I'm going to log into iCloud on the web and share my screen, and then we can actually look at the pictures together. You guys can actually see what I'm looking at, which I think is going to be especially important in this instance, because as I mentioned, we've got to solve those sigil puzzles tonight, and those are going to require a lot of backtracking, looking through our notes, looking through our photos. So that's what we'll do this evening. But yeah, all of that to say, I can't believe it. We've made it to the final stream of Blueprints. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the journey so far. Hey Janko, hi Farrell, how are you? For a second, I thought you were going to produce an IRL corkboard. Honestly, I wish I had one with string and pins. That would be so fantastic. I likely won't stay all stream. I have travel plans on Friday, and I gotta sleep like a human being in anticipation. Fair enough, TS. If you're not going to continue, and I don't blame you, would you mind a spoiler that I feel is the final ending? Yeah, at the end of the stream, my plan is, I think, at the end of stream, I'll probably do like a bit of a Google search and kind of see what was left. And at that time, yes, feel free to let me know what you think is the final ending. I kind of want to do a deep dive down the rabbit hole of like conspiracy theories, if you will. So we'll do sort of like a debrief and a wrap up after I'm done tonight's stream. And at that time, yes, please feel free to give me any sort of little spoilers or anything you have like that. May RNG Prince be with you. Yes, thankfully tonight there shouldn't be much RNG. Last week's stream was obviously very, very RNG based. We were praying to RNG Jesus for the cogs to try to solve that Mechanarium puzzle. We finally did it. So tonight shouldn't be too RNG based. It's going to be a little bit RNG based because we are going to have to get to room 46. But it shouldn't be too bad, I hope. Fingers crossed. We'll find out, I guess. I doubt I'll make it that long. I'm exhausted. I'll talk about it in Discord tomorrow. Yeah, no worries. I'm good. I retook grade 12 calc. Wow. Good for you. I would not be able to retake any of my high school courses. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't know where to begin. So good for you. Before we get started, I wanted to show you guys some things too. I had been talking forever. You know, one of those things that you're like, I'm gonna do it, and then you just never do it. Anyway, I finally did a thing that I've been saying I've been going to do. I've been meaning to update my Stream Deck soundboard for quite some time with some new sounds, because literally for the longest time, the only sounds I had were applause and the bottom tiss. But I had a few minutes to spare this afternoon, and I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to lock in. I'm going to do it. So we got some new sounds, all right? We have got sad trombone. Sad trombone? No, what the heck? Why aren't my sounds working? No. After I took so long to set them up. Rory!
80 months. I like it here.
Hey, Rory, 80 months, dude. That's crazy. Thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate it. Enjoy your ad-free viewing, your sub badge, your emotes. Thank you, everybody. Go follow my friend Rory. He's a fantastic streamer. Sad trombone noise fails is a sad trombone worthy thing. I can't believe it. I just give me a minute here. Why are you not working? Oh, wait. I think I know why. Here's some new sounds that only I can hear. Thanks, Steph. No, I promise. I actually have new sounds. Just... Okay. Sad trombone. Oh my god. No, after I took all the time to set these up. Are you telling me seriously? Okay, third time's the charm. Sad trombone. Okay, what if I try what are the other ones? Drum roll. Level up? Oh, this... No! Okay. No. You worked earlier this afternoon. I spent so much time installing sad trombone noises. What the heck? The saddest trombone isn't an audible one. Okay. No, it's gonna work right now. Sad trombone. Yay! Okay, it worked. It worked. I told you guys I did things, and it took 4 times, but it worked. Sad trombone just for good luck. There it is. Okay, now back to what I was saying. I set up some new Stream Deck noises with some new sounds, and now let's go through them one by one and pretend the last 3 minutes didn't happen. So we've got sad trombone. We've got drum roll. I'm so glad these things are working. Okay, we've got level up. We've got fatality.
Fatality.
we've got hi.
Hi there.
And last, but certainly not least, by popular demand, I present to you
Lizard.
So there you have it. We've got some new sounds. I've still got room for like 5 more sounds if anybody has any suggestions. I can get to them. Those were kind of the ones that I thought of today that I might actually use. So yeah, we've got a whole bunch of new sounds now, which is kind of fun. And like I said, I think I'm most excited because this is one of those things I've said I was going to do for 1 million years and I've never done it. Finally did it. So yeah.
Lizard.
We're good to go. Thank you guys for bearing with me through the inevitable technical difficulties, but I realized what I did wrong now, so moving forward, everything should still work perfectly.
Lizard.
And, oh, hi, Hero! Now's the perfect time for me to try this out.
Hi there.
Oh, man, so dumb. All right, without further ado, how about we launch Blueprints, shall we? And yeah, we'll hop right into it. But how's everybody been? I hope everybody had a good Tuesday today. My day was interesting. I talked about this in the Discord. I went into the office today. So for those of you guys who don't know, I work from the office 2 days a week. I work from home 3 days a week. I get flexibility on what days I go in. I decided, hey, today's the first working day of the month. Go in, sort of, you know, start off on the right foot. Anyway, I get to work. I work in a, I guess you'd call it a skyscraper downtown, and I work on the 21st floor. So I'm just doing my work, doing my thing. You know, it's the most Monday of Tuesdays because yesterday was a holiday. And all of a sudden, sirens start flashing. And if you guys know anything about my fire alarm history here in my apartment, you'll know that I was triggered. I literally jumped out of my frickin' chair, okay? I was, oh my god, it just scared me so bad. Now, unfortunately, it required everybody to evacuate. And I'm on the 21st floor. So we obviously couldn't take the elevator during a fire drill. We had to walk down 21 flights of stairs, and every flight had 18 stairs. So you do the math, it was almost 400 stairs that I had to walk down. First thing on a Monday morning, or Tuesday morning, but what was to me a Monday morning. I had to walk down over 400 stairs. So it was a great start to my day. Then the hundreds of people who work in our office tower had to mingle outside on the sidewalk for 30 minutes until we were allowed to go back in. At that point, I was so pissed off, I packed up my shit and I came back home again and worked from home for the afternoon. So, you know, I get it. Obviously, we need to do fire drills. Fire safety is really important, but like, come on. They picked the first day back after a long weekend to do the fire drill. So yeah, you could say I got my steps in for the day at the very least. But like Beast said, I certainly have every reason to skip leg day now. So the awkward mingling is the worst part about fire drills. That's the other thing. So I had to go down there and just like awkwardly mingle. It was the worst. It was terrible. Don't you have a designated meeting point away from the probably on fire building? The designated meeting point was the sidewalk outside the probably on fire building. There are hundreds of people who work in this building, so it was just literally the entire block was just people standing outside. Yay, office small talk! Going downstairs is significantly better than going back up them. Yeah, that was the only positive. If I had to go up 400 stairs to evacuate, I probably would have just jumped out the window. Thankfully, by the time, you know, we were given the all clear, we could use the elevators to go back up to the 21st floor. So I only had to go down, but it was still not ideal. By the time I got down to the bottom, I was like dizzy because, you know, obviously a staircase, it's basically just a big spiral. And I was like, by the time I got to the bottom floor, I was like, holy crap, I'm lightheaded. So anyway, other than that, it was an okay day. It was a busy day. Like I said, it's always busy the first day back after a long weekend. I had some stuff to catch up on, but as always, the best part of my day is being right here with you guys. So yeah, whatever, Tiff. The Dragonborn had to climb 10,000 steps to reach Panther snacks. And how many steps do you think the Avalanche team had to climb in Final Fantasy VII when they were infiltrating Shinra? Look, I just found out today I'm not good as a video game protagonist because apparently being a video game protagonist involves climbing way too many stairs. So I'm ruling myself out of that category. But yeah, anyway, other than that, my day was okay. Hope your guys' day was good too. Like I said, this is our first stream of September. It's also September. We've got 25 to 30% off subs of varying lengths. So if you want to sub either to this channel or any other channel here on Twitch, this is the time to do it. For the next 30 days, a big savings on subs here on the channel. So as I mentioned, today's plan, we're first going to head to the Foundation. Underneath the Foundation, of course, are the 8 sigil doors. We have now officially unlocked all 8 sigil doors. We now need to solve the puzzles within each one. So step 1 of our plan for tonight's stream is simply going to be navigating to the Foundation. That shouldn't be too difficult, but I'm saying that now. God knows RNG will curse us. All right, luckily we do have a package to collect before we get started. Inside is a brass compass, a sleeping mask, and 2 gems. Nice. Reposting for visibility. On the Discord server soundboard, there's a sound called Bowomp. Please consider adding it. Okay, I'll take a look into it after the stream. All right. Oh, I didn't mean to click bedroom. I meant to click hallway. Wow, starting off the run with a misclick. Great start, everybody. Great start. All right. Conference room. Big Boss in one of the Metal Gear games climbed 21 stories on a single ladder in under 2.5 minutes. What? What ladder is 21 stories long? That's ridiculous. But I mean, it is a Kojima game, so honestly, that's the least ridiculous part of the game, let's be real. All right, I'm not even going to draft like I would normally draft and kind of go back and forth, because it really doesn't matter in terms of like maximizing resources and all that. I just need to get to the Foundation. How many flights was the Final Fantasy VII Remake staircase? That's what I said earlier, that I knew Avalanche had to climb a lot of stairs on their way up the Shinra building, but I don't actually know how many stairs or how many flights it was. I don't know if anybody has that, that fun fact. Bronny says, I was a fire marshal for the year prior to COVID. Oh, cool. Look at you. Bronny Fanta the fire inspector. Hey, Seth. Is it 40? Okay. Well, I went down 21 today and it sucked. So I can only imagine going up 40 would suck. They made a card for that in the Magic the Gathering set. Really? That's actually, yeah, I agree. That's genuinely funny. The 40 flights of stairs made into a card. That's yeah, that's actually great. All right, we're running into some locked doors here, and of course I don't have any keys. But we can go observatory. Where we get +5 gems, apples are extra delicious today, and +3 steps. I've actually never played, but the Magic the Gathering card was where I heard about it. Oh, okay. Yeah, so essentially, in Final Fantasy VII, you have to infiltrate the evil mega corporation Shinra, and you're faced with a decision. You can either take the elevator to get to the top floor of the building, or you can take the stairs. And the stairs is fairly comical because you literally do have to walk up all of the flights of stairs. Remember when we had 50 stars? Pepperidge Farm remembers. I don't regret spending those stars. I have absolutely no regrets about that course of action. That was what finally brought us to the Mechanarium, finally got us the 8th Sanctum Key. And yeah, no regrets there, that's for sure. We've used those stars for a worthy cause. So remember how I said I was just gonna draft straight up and then see what happened? Well, what happened was I got locked out, literally, because I have no keys. So let's see if I can get some keys down here. There we go, there's one. Hero says, I remember taking the stairs on my first playthroughs of the OG way back in the day. I think it was years before I decided to take them again. Yeah, so I think I mentioned this, but I played Final Fantasy VII, the original, for the first time as an adult. I didn't play it when I was a kid. I played it in probably 2017-ish. I played it on Nintendo Switch, actually, because they released the original on there for you to play. And I took the stairs, and it took me frickin' forever. So when the remake came out and they gave me the option to take the stairs or take the elevator, I very, very wisely took the elevator. Google says it was 59 floors. Oh, really? Even more than 40. Holy moly. Aerith Rescue Mission. Take the elevator, create 3 1/1 hero creature tokens, or take 59 flights of stairs, tap up to 3 target creatures, put a stun counter on one of them. Okay, so it is 59 floors. That's crazy. Yeah, I did 21 today downhill, and it was terrible. So 59 uphill? No wonder Tifa is so fucking ripped. That's all I can say about that. Okay, I've got keys now, so we should be able to actually get to the foundation. Except, of course, nothing I draft is going to lead me in there. You've got to be frickin' kidding me. Alright, let's try this side. There we go. Library will do it. Wasn't there something that we said we wanted to check in the Oh, I remember what it was. It was up here. It was like the records. Right, Mount Holly records. This is what we wanted to look at. So this is pretty cool. It tells you total time played, total days, longest day, average day, the day we made it to room 46, number of steps taken, keys turned, gems used, gold spent, total rooms drafted. Over 2,000 rooms drafted. That's crazy. We've solved 60. Nice. 69 parlors drafted. Only 53 solved, though. 21 dartboards solved out of 22 billiard rooms. We got 11 upgrade discs, 7 red letters, 8 sanctum keys. That's pretty good. We love the funny number around here. We love that very nice number, don't we?
Lizard.
Yeah. All right, Mount Holly scrapbook. The first item I ever checked was the sleeping mask. My top 3 checked items are the key card, the car keys, and the burning glass. My favorite floor plan is the lady ship's chamber. Also nice. Can't seem to ever pass it up when I get the opportunity to draft her ladyship's chamber. How could I ever pass that up? My most drafted floor plans are the den, the hallway, and the bedroom. Entirely on brand. And I've spent the most time in the library, which makes sense because we've had to like literally read books in here. So we spend a lot of time in here, which is good. Oh, this is the stamp collection. This is what I wanted to look at. Someone mentioned that by getting different letters in the mailroom, we actually add their stamps to the stamp collection, which is cool. So yes, you can see we have 3 different stamps here right now. One from Fen Aries, one from Arch Aries, and one from Vera Shores. My largest ever purchase was from the showroom. It was the Master Key, 80 gold. I love this for you. You have to magnify them? Yeah, I magnified them previously so you could see more of the information. I have pictures of that taken, but I don't have a magnifying glass right now, obviously. My most avoided floor plans are the laundry room, the lavatory, and the servants' quarters, which checks out because all of those rooms kind of suck, so maybe one day. I was trying to remember what I told you to look up in this book. Yeah, it was the stamp collection. Our highest grade in the classroom is grade 5. And, oh, I skipped past this. Contraptions I've made. So we've made a lot more than the last time I looked. Clearly we still haven't made everything, but we've made the electromagnet, the burning glass, the detector shovel, the dowsing rod, and the jackhammer. So there you go. A little trip down memory lane. The laundry room can be a lifesaver. Convert unneeded gold to keys or gems. Yeah, I just feel like every time I've ever drafted it, it's been like a dead end, so I can't draft it unless I want my run to end. Or it's just been like not a good time. You know what I mean? Like I've never actually gotten it at a good time for me. Bedtime for you, Seth? No worries. Thanks for stopping in. It was good to see you. I hope you have a good sleep. And we made it to the foundation. So let's head on downstairs. So for anyone just joining us or who needs a bit of a refresher, underneath room 46, there is another room with 8 doors. We had to go around and try to find the 8 keys for those 8 doors. We were able to do so and unlock them all, but of course, behind the doors is a puzzle. So each room is represented by a little icon, and then inside is a sigil, and we need to craft the appropriate sigil for each room. In order to do so, we need to figure out which country the little symbol is referring to, and then like basically comb through our notes and try to use the book, I can't remember the title of the book right now, and put together what we think the sigil will be. So this is going to take some trial and error. We have completed, I believe, 3 of the sigils, but the 3 ones that we completed, we were able to actually find the sigil in its entirety somewhere and then just basically copy it. So I think tonight is going to be a little bit more difficult because we're going to have to piece things together a little bit. So this is the room I was talking about right here. All the doors open. So we finished this one. We finished that one. And oh, maybe we've only finished 2. I thought we finished 3. Nope, we've only finished 2. Okay. So we'll just take it one by one. So the next one we have to finish is this little mountaintop one. So now I mentioned I've got a way for us to actually look at some of this stuff together because I took a bunch of photos of stuff we found in blueprints on my phone, and before I've just been looking at my phone and you guys can't see what's on my phone, and I understand it sort of makes for a jarring experience for you guys, the viewers. So I'm gonna show you all the photos that I took. Here we go. So now let's go through and try to piece some of this together. So this is the book I was talking about, and it breaks down how these sigils are made. So it says each sigil is composed of 4 things: the core, the dividing lines, the moats, and the border. So for each sigil, we need to identify 4 different things. At the center of each sigil is unique shape different for each realm. If the core gives us the name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. So you can see here, now this copy of the book that we read had some torn out pages, but I think if I flip through, I have the full book. Yeah, so this is that page not torn up. So you can see the mountain one, which is this one right here, is Arch Ares. So now we need to find information about Arch Ares to line up with all of this stuff. So, like for example, if you were going to put together Fen Ares' sigil, you would know they do transportation by road carriage, weather, foggy, society, militaristic, and banner red. So I'm hoping as we go through some of this stuff, it'll give us some hints about Arch Ares. So this is from Fen Ares. Here's some maps. So Arch Ares is right there. It's to the north of Fen Ares. Yeah, it's got the mountain. It's right there. Hey Ash, greets everyone with some McDonald's chicken nuggies, fries, and gold sauce. Oh, damn. Ash came in packing heat tonight. How do you know McDonald's chicken nuggies are my favorite? Thank you for being so generous, Ash. Hello, Peace. Hello, it's so good to see everybody. Happy September. Can you believe it? We made it to September. Welcome to Blueprints. We are trying to solve one of the more convoluted endgame puzzles now, where we're trying to put together information regarding these sigils. So, Arch Ares is the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse. Maybe that's important? I should write this down. Hang on. I'm surprised there's not a nugget-based emote. Yeah, I know. I should get a Tiffy Nugget emote. That's a good point. Oh, Tia's got a homemade chicken nugget emote right there. All right. Let's do a page started for each one. So Arch Ares. Land of northern storms. I feel like that might be important. Let's see. Yeah, Arch Ares has mountains. Okay. Trying to see what else here is about Arch Ares. Oh yeah, then we've got this picture. It's a picture of Mom in front of the mountain. Now, maybe this is a clue. Because that's a mountain. We know Arch Ares is the land of mountains. So maybe this little piece of the sigil we see here is a part of Arch Ares. So maybe, I'm just gonna say maybe. And just draw this. It's worth a shot. And then the squiggles. Okay, and then we also found that one. We've already solved that one. Oh yeah, and then we had the stamps. That's Mora Jai, that's Fen Ares, and that's Vera Shore, so none of these are gonna help us. Okay, I gotta be honest, that's not a lot to go off of. Okay, so there's 4 things we would need to put together. We've got the core, so I guess it's actually 3 things. We would need the dividing lines, the moats, and the border. So the dividing lines... God, like, I don't know. Is it tribal? Is it agricultural? Is it industrial? Is it poetic? All I know is it's mountains. I don't know what color it is. This is gonna be hard. I mean, it did mention that it had a train system. You do know what color it is? What do you mean? Yeah, it's just for one of the realms as an example. It's not for all of them. It's like, I don't know what the banner and national colors are. This is gonna be hard. I guess... Yeah, like, I don't know what kind of weather they have. The colors are definitely shown on the stamps, yeah. So I think we've got a couple of places colors. That one's red, that one's blue, and that one's brown. What I might do is just try this, because the picture with Mom does have the mountain in it. So I'm wondering if I just try this one, maybe it'll work. It seems to me like I had to be picking up like every bit of information as we went through the game. It seems like a very tall order to get some of these. But okay, what if I try this? What if we just make it like that one sigil that we found? So it was squiggly lines, and then it was... Oh, this is not changing the symbols. The other thing that doesn't make this easier... How is there no way to change? The symbols must be this one. Oh, okay. So if we do... This feels like the endgame puzzle. Yeah, exactly. And that's another reason why I thought that this right here might be a good place for us to end. Because it really does feel like we have to put together all of the knowledge we've gleaned so far to solve this one. Okay, so those were the elements that we saw in the piece. Thing is, I don't know how the squiggly lines are positioned, so we might just have to do a little bit of trial and error on this one. I mean, I don't know if this is for this one anyway, but... Although now it's moving this one. Yeah, and I mean... I've wanted to solve everything in this game on my own. I've been trying my best not to have to look things up, but... If it's gonna come down to me just blindly going around this mansion trying to find information... we may need to look up some hints. 400-hour brute force stream. Yeah, because if we don't, that might be what's gonna happen. It could possibly end or continue as this game does, yeah. God knows. This is not truly the end. It's just the end I'm choosing. Okay, well, what other ones do I have? Oh, hang on. What happens if you beat this earlier than expected? Judging by how things are going so far, I don't think that's gonna be the case. Let's see if we have any other information that might be more helpful. So the other one is this, like, hourglass one. So that one is... Iraja. I mean, we don't really have any information about Iraja, I don't think. I feel like that's the first time I've ever heard of that. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, so it's down there. I mean, I see it on the map, but how does that help me? Iraja. The southern region, the mystical realm of the ancestors. Oh, hang on. A land steeped in tradition, magic, and the poetry of the old tongue. Magic, poetry, tradition. PS Plus games are out for September. What are the games this month? it's to the south. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be very, very hard. Because I feel like we don't have a lot of information. Okay. So poetic, we know is the flowers. Do I have a piece that has flowers on it? Yes. So the flowers are also with the dashes, which would indicate... violet is their color. Okay. So what else do we need to know? We've got the moats, but we need to know the rays. This type of transportation. I mean, if it's to the south, is maybe camels. When did I take all these pictures? Just throughout my playthrough. Like, this one was June 16th. This one was May 26th, May 19th, May 5th. So, it's been a collection of photos throughout my playthrough over the months. Okay, it's maybe camels. Get back to where I was. And then... I don't know what the lines are. Probably heat, I guess? Squigglies? But this is all just guessing. Fuck. Like, you need to know the most minute information about every place. Like, you need to know the weather and, like... Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's just try a little guess and check. So if I come in here and I do... the lines on the outside. And then 2 lines across. And then the flowers. We don't know which lines there. Oh god. Yeah, I might just have to look this up because I've talked about this extensively during our playthrough. But there comes a point when the puzzles are like, oh, that was challenging but really good, and I figured it out, and it made me feel like I was really working my brain. And then there's others like this where I'm just like, this is not intuitive. There's so much guessing. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't feel fulfilled. And that's kind of where we are with these. I mean, this is just one of many. Yeah, it's just kind of frying my brain, to be honest with you. Hey, Rector. I'm not loving these. I'm really, really not loving these puzzles. Let's see if I can at least, like, get some hints online. Let's see. Blueprints, sanctum, sigils, puzzles, hints, maybe? Okay, yes, this actually does have some good hints. So we're done Sigil 1, we're done Sigil 2. So Sigil 3, Arch Ares. No, wait. The hints aren't really hinting as much as I would like them. Yeah, it looks like you literally need stuff from everything. So for example, to figure out Sigil 3, the mountain, you would need to reference Realm and Rune book, History of Arindia book, lab experiment mail delivery, and classroom to be able to get all the information that you need to put this together. Huh. Yeah. One of the sigil's moats hint is staff announcement in January. Yeah, okay, this is a bit much. Like, I've been doing my best to document my journey. You can see I've got a number of photos. I've got many notes, but yeah, I gotta be honest, this seems a little bit excessive. So you would have need to document every single thing you've ever read or seen. Which I'm sure is obviously possible, but at this point in the game, it's like I would have to go back through everything again. It just seems like a lot. So what you're saying is this might be some fuck shit, yeah. A couple seem to be tied to lab experiment mail delivery, confirming the stamp theory. Yeah, but I mean, you can only do one of those per run. No, that's not true. You could do multiple per run, but you'd have to set up the experiment and just like... Yeah, no, this is a lot. The game does encourage you to take notes. Yeah, I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 pages of notes. So you can't say that I didn't take notes. I wasn't writing down what the weather was in different letters that I was reading. That's just a bit too much. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna look up the answers to these because I just don't find these to be a fulfilling puzzle. As Rector said it best, this is some fuck shit. A little bit excessive, if you will, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna look them up. Alright. Sigil 3, Arch Ares. I mean, on the bright side, the last couple will be easier to solve because by process of elimination, some things can only be used once, but regardless. Okay, so it's the squares, which stand for industrial. Then it's the lightning bolts, which stand for stormy weather. And then it's the like jagged, pointy outer border zigzag. This one. There we go. One down. All right, so inside these, if you remember, there is still more information. So this is where we're going to get the information for the corkboard puzzles. So we have got here a postcard, because upstairs on the corkboard, we need to go in order to where Uncle visited. So already we've got number 1, he went to Orinda Aries, and number 8, he went to Fen Aries. So let's see, this would be Arch Aries. I would love some ice cream to cool my brain down, Ash. Let's see. We arrived here after a few days of sailing, and it made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railway tracks extended all the way north. Arch Aries is a destination with which I am well acquainted, having traveled here countless times on business for Singa. This time, however, I will avoid the familiar towns and factories, and will instead trek along the northern coast, an area with which I am wholly unfamiliar. Yeah, so I guess the stamps really do give you a lot of information, because you can see there it's got the smoke pipe, which was industrial, the lightning bolts for the weather. So I guess if you were able to get all the stamps, they would give you a lot of information to solving these sigils, but unfortunately we only got a handful of them. Now, this one doesn't make it super clear what order he visited. So I guess I'll just write down this information. We arrived here after a few days of sailing, so wherever he left on a boat to sail, he would have came here next. Arrived after a few days of sailing, and he treks along the northern coast. That might come in handy as well. Treks along northern coast. So that doesn't specifically tell us what number destination this was, but it gives us clues that hopefully we can pair with the others and figure it out. Good night, TS. Oh, hi, Muffin. You're here to help us in the sigil forming. All right. So that's number 3. Next up is number 4, which is a Raja. Oh, this is the one. This is the one that I thought it was, with the lines and the flowers. What I didn't have right was the lines, or the inner lines. The outside lines were right. The inner lines are not, but I was like halfway there on this one, so that's good. Okay, so flowers. Then we need the 3 lines together. Then they need to go in a 3-part pattern. Like that. And then we just need the correct outer lines. Which are these. Nice. Half down. Done. 4 sigils down, 4 to go. Hello, Muffin. Would you like some ice cream? Muffin loves ice cream, so she would gladly take you up on that offer, Ash. Wow, this place looks really pretty. Obviously, the color for this place was purple. They make that very clear. Iraja. I was a little disappointed that there has not been a drop of rain during my time here, as every Irajan story I've ever heard has begun with rain. I suppose the anecdotes I make on this trip will have to do without that flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel different than home. You guys, I don't think you guys can see her, but she's sitting on my lap right now. Oh, you can see her little head. Hang on. Muffin, put your head up again. Are you sitting on my lap while Mommy solves the puzzles? Yeah, who's a good girl? Who's the goodest girl? Oh, you're gonna love the mic. Okay. You're gonna say hi to everybody? I'm rubbing my face on the microphone, everybody. Nom nom nom. You like this pen? Yeah. Oh my god, she is purring so much. What a good kitty you are. Everyone says hi. Okay, unfortunately, this one doesn't give us many hints as to when it was sent after. Not a drop of rain. Like, this really doesn't give us any hints. What do you think? I'm just gonna put Araja no rain. Yeah, that doesn't give me many hints. Let's move on to the next one, and hopefully then we can plug Arch Ares and Araja into the timeline somewhere. We got the first two so easily because they were the first and the last. All the ones in the middle are going to be more difficult. Alright, this one. This is Korarica. Korarica? I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but alas. Alright, so we need the 3 little lines for the moat. Those. Then we need dotted lines. The 3 lines apparently mean academic. Then we've got the dotted lines. We need them in that position with triangles on the outside. There we go. Perfect. That's sigil number 5. Is that my mom? She's leaving now because she hears Alana come home. Alright, here's this place. Color orange. There have been fewer and fewer opportunities the further we travel up into the mountains to attend to my correspondence, and I find myself regretting having brought so many books, as this is the first realm I have visited without porters. Here, every person is expected to carry their own belongings, and if you can't, you throw away that which is expendable. It's looking like I'll be bringing back less souvenirs than I had planned. I never expected to appreciate the cold, but the frigid weather here is a welcome relief coming from the sweltering shores of Vera. Okay, perfect. P.S. I ended up forsaking all but one of my books. Aww! Alright, so... this one... Coratia, or Korarica, however you pronounce it, is immediately after Vera. Alright, that's good. We got a hint there. Okay, next up, we've got this one here. Nice little rainbow. And this one is Morajai. So, we start off with the moats are like peas. Yep, peas in a pod. Then it's these lines. Oh, wow. This is almost perfectly done. Just that. Easy. Easy peasy. Alright, let's see what Morajai has for us in terms of the postcard. Ash, what kind of ice cream are you eating? Did you say? If you did, I missed it. After a short sea voyage, we arrived on the main island of Morajai last night in good spirits. The people here are belligerent in their politeness, and after spending a full day among the Jaioralai, I am just as afraid of eating another dish as I am of rejecting their offers. I may try to sneak away tomorrow and spend some time alone with my books, as I have noticed that each realm I have visited has one thing in common. They each have been short on solitude. Hey. Okay. So they got to Morajai after a short sea voyage. And this must have been before Korarica, because remember he threw away every book except one by the time he got to Korarica. But it sounds like he still has more than one book noted by books plural, so this must be before Kororika. Okay, that's probably a helpful hint. 2 more. I might go back to the first 2 as well and refresh myself. I know that they're number 1 and number 8, but they may have had some more hints there that I didn't pick up the last time, but one thing at a time. Next up, we have Vera. Okay, this is Vera. Vera has got like some pizza looking symbols. Where's the pizza? There, it's those. And then it's got the wavy lines. And there's 5 of those in sort of a weird cross +1. Like that. And then the outside is little half moons. There are no little half moons. Oh, I think it's like the squares. It's kind of hard to see in this picture. I think it's that. Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, Vera. What do we got? This is the Pink Nation with the turtles. Despite my prejudice against Mother Nature, I own that I've deeply loved my time here at Vera. The memories of the youthful trip I took here with my brother have been relentless, and as I've gotten older, I find less and less occasion to recollect on such trivial pleasures. One thing I do remember vividly, which has not lost a single speck of charm, are the famous turtles. Each visitor of Vera, upon arriving, is lent one of these hard-shell friends for the duration of their stay, to serve as both steed, guide, and companion. I am still under the spell of island life, even if the weather here is much more severe than it was on Morajai. Okay, so that sounds like Vera was immediately after Morajai is how I read that. Also, this place sounds sick. Can you imagine visiting a tropical island and being gifted a giant turtle to ride around on for the duration of your trip? That sounds fantastic. Yeah, don't try it in real life, kids, but sounds like a dream come true. Okay, last one. This one is Nuance. So the moats is the 2 triangles, like little mountains, yep. And then it's curved lines. And then it's like the top half has lines. 5 lines. Yep, like that. And then the outside is this. There it is. All right, that's all 8 sigils. Let's go.
Lizard.
Alrighty. Whoa, this place looks high-tech. Cool. Airships and stuff. By far my favorite realm I have visited during this trip, but I've always had a penchant for technology and am less moved by the beauty of nature than others. The soot-filled streets and soaring skyscrapers here are just as stirring to me as the mountains of Kororika or the beaches of Morajai. Perhaps I'm just letting my childhood love of dirgy blocks compromise my objectivity. From the shops I've visited, it seems the series is just as popular here as it is back home. Speaking of home, as I look across the eastern sea, I can almost see its shores. I never thought that I would miss the sight of red flags. Thanks for the hydration. So the way he says, by far my favorite realm I visited during this trip, makes me think that this is number 7. That sounds to me, and he looks across the sea back to number 8, which is where we know he returns to. So I think that means that Nuance is number 7. So by process of elimination, we should be able to now put these in order. Well, actually, before I do that, let's go back to the first 2 rooms and just see if there's any additional clues that I didn't pick up on that'll help us put these in order. Also, look! A trophy! You have been awarded the Trophy of Sigils! For unlocking all 8 realm sigils. Beautiful! Alright, I'll take that with me. We love a good trophy. Now, let's revisit these ones. So this one is from Orinda Aries. 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order, what route, and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the true spirit of adventure, I have departed, forsaking both map and plan, and as it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the Old Kingdom, a landmark as black in realm as it is a name, and a story I feel closely connected to. So yeah, that's number 1. For sure. And then I'm actually writing this last postcard sitting at my desk at home, so Fen Aries is last. I suppose I should put forth the extra effort and drop it in the mail for consistency, but I'm tempted to save the postmaster a trip, as it will just wind up here again to join the other 7, which I'm pleased to report were all waiting for me on my desk, safe as can be. Flipping through them has reminded me of the many friends I made and lessons learned along the way, and as I look back, one truth shines brighter than the others. Air travel is much better than sea travel. P.S. Remind Anne to replace the books I lost. Okay. So if he went from Fen Aries, if we go back to my map, and we go back to the map of the world, if he started his journey in Fen Aries, and then he went south to Orinda Aries, not everything's marked on here. This is Fen Aries, this is Orinda Aries. Is it? Gotta look at the symbols now. So he started his journey in Orinda Aries. Yeah, which is here. Probably makes sense that he went to Arch Aries after that. Okay, well, let's put the other ones into order that we know. So Nuance is number 7. We know it has to go Morajai, then Vera, then Cora Rika. So the only 2 we have to put into place. Oh, and then we know Nuance is number 7. We need Arch Aries and a Raja to slot into place, basically. Is one before the Morajai Vera Koranika stack? Is one after? The only clues we have is Arch Aries arrived after a few days of sailing. Raja just says no rain. Okay, I want to go back to the first one again. Yeah, it says the road has taken me south. So that makes me think whatever is south of Fen Ares is where he went to next. Which, unfortunately, my maps aren't, like, super clear on what's south of Verinda Ares. I guess... Okay, so Verinda Ares is this one. So south... Oh! Araja is south of Verinda Ares. Okay, so if that's the case... He must have went... Verinda Ares to Iraja, but then where does Arch Ares slot in? Arch Ares is to the north. Well, let's go back to the Iraja room and see if that had anything that I missed about what direction he was heading after that. So the Iraja room would be... This is such a convoluted puzzle. Oh my goodness. The Iraja room would be this one. Does he say where he goes after Iraja? Was a little disappointed there has not been a drop of rain during my trip here, as every Irajan story I've ever heard has begun with rain. I suppose the anecdotes I make on this trip will have to do without that flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel different than home. Okay, I mean, honestly, at this point, we can just brute force, because we've got everything else. Verinda Ares has to be number 1. Iraja has to be number 2. The block of Morajai, Vera, and Koranika are all together. 1, 2, 3. Then we know Nuance is number 7, and Fen Ares is number 8, which means Arch Ares either has to be number 3 No, it has to be number 3. Because if Fen Ares is last, and Nuance is second last... No, I guess it could be third last. So there's 2 places that Arch Ares could be. It could be after Iraja or before Nuance. So we can just guess either one, because the rest of them we know. So, like, if Arch Ares is number 3, for example, then Morajai is number 4, Vera is number 5, Koranika is number 6, Nuance is 7, and Fen Ares is 8. So we got it. We might have to plug Arch Ares into the other possible slot, but I think it's probably 1, Verinda Ares, 2, Iraja, 3, Arch Ares, 4, Morajai, 5, Vera, 6, Koranika, 7, Nuance, 8, Fen Ares. I think that might be it. Okay, so that's only part 1 of this puzzle. Part 2, we now have to get back to room 46. It has been a while since we were in room 46. But that is where the corkboard is with the red string, the final part of this puzzle. So I don't know if we'll be able to get it on this run, because I haven't actually been trying to get to room 46, but we'll open the door and then I'll see if we can get there. I gotta remember now where the levers are for the antechamber doors? I actually can't remember. It's been that long, so I'm just trying to write this down, or go through my notes rather, to see if I had written this down. Lever to the right side of the antechamber is in the Great Hall. Oh, the other one's in the greenhouse with the broken lever, and the other one's in the secret garden. Right. Right, okay. So we'll just see if we can draft any of those doors. We might need a fresh run to actually prioritize doing that, because this run I basically just made a beeline to the foundation to get down here. But we may as well give it a shot. But I am fully subscribed to the theory that Grunkle's a Time Lord, given his use of different dimensions and laws of physics in the building. 100%. I mean, he's also a creepy spook who's in the walls probably watching us, so... That's Grunkle for you. Alrighty, Rue. One last trip back to room 46. Our initial goal was to get to room 46, and now our ending goal, our final goal, is going to be to get back to room 46. So in the end, all paths led to room 46, which is honestly kind of satisfying. Alright, now, unfortunately, oh, I drafted archives, so I can't even see all my potential floor plans. I mean, we'll still give it a try, but I've got a feeling we're probably gonna need a fresh run to get to 46, but we'll give it a try. Honestly, let's just go archived. It might be what we need. Nope. When in doubt, pick the archived one and hope for the best. Oh, we did not get the best. We got the worst. Could do this and try to go green. See if we could get in the secret garden or the greenhouse. I guess we're not going to get in the secret garden unless we've got the secret garden key, but... Yeah, it's so hard not being able to see all the floor plans. Okay, I think I'm just gonna start fresh. I think it'll just be easier if I do it that way. Let's just call it a day, and then we'll start fresh tomorrow with the objective that we're gonna try to get to room 46. So we'll try to draft one of the Great Hall, Secret Garden, or a greenhouse, and then go from there. Alrighty, so this will be day 84, I believe. Oh yeah.
Lizard.
That is so dumb, I'm sorry. Day 84, we leveled up! Alright, let's rock and roll. We'll start with hallway. And we'll go to bedroom. We'll go to library. From here, we'll go to probably locksmith and see if we can buy the secret garden key. What is special key? Spooky. What? Are they making it? What are these noises? Prism key! Oh. If you unlock a door with the prism key in a green room, hallway, bedroom, red room, or shop, you will draw floor plans of that same color. Okay, that's actually good to know. So we should use the prism key in a green room to try to get the greenhouse. Then I'm going to spend the rest of my money on keys and lockpicks so we don't get locked out anywhere. Alright, we didn't get the secret garden key, but I still think that should come in handy. Here, we'll go... workshop. Ah, I was hoping we might get the lever in here. Sometimes it's in here. Got the metal detector, though, which isn't a bad thing. And we'll go Nook. Grab some more keys and this random coin on the floor that my metal detector is picking up. Then we'll go... so we'll go bedroom closet. Get a key and a dice. Now we gotta go up through workshop. I think I'm actually going to use my dice right here because we need, like, something to really branch out here so we're not pigeonholed. Either pool or chapel will do. I'll do chapel so we can save our gem. Ah, courtyard. Or I guess actually in this instance, the way courtyard will be drafted, it's only going to give us access one way. And cost us a gem. So instead, let's do den to get a gem and still have the same number of routes available. Then we'll go corridor. Then we'll go pantry. Then I'm actually going to go back down and up through the chapel. Go this way first. We've got security, where we will decrease the frequency of the keycard doors. Changing the offline mode to unlocked. Alrighty. Keep heading this way. Next up we get... oh, I would love to do passageway there. It would really open things up. I mean, it's going to be a dead end no matter what. Let's just do mailroom. See if there's anything nice we could get in here. If not, we do get an order placed, which is good if we need another run for tomorrow. We're getting pigeonholed a little bit here to begin. Not loving this run and how it's starting out, to be honest with you, but we'll see. We might be able to salvage it yet. Conference room, perfect. That's just what we need. Ooh, and a banana. I'm just gonna do dark room so I don't have to spend my gem. I know I obviously won't be able to see what I'm drafting here, but at least we'll be able to save my gem. Just pick the one in the middle. And we get the freezer, which doesn't really help me unless I had my blowtorch so I could open things, melt things. But alas. Hey Jesse, have you seen Dan to Dan? No, I haven't. I've heard a lot of people talking about it though. Also, oh my god, I forgot that freezes my accounts, so this is actually terrible. Okay. Forgot about that. Yeah, so I can't spend any gems now for the rest of the run. Oh, we're probably screwed. I forgot the freezer did that, and obviously we had no choice because I couldn't see what I was drafting. The gems are in the true box. There's only one box in this room. Well, that's false. There are 4 boxes in this room, which is also false, which means this one has to be true, which means the gems are in there. Wow, that was an easy one. I feel like we've gotten a lot of hard logic puzzles of late, but I mean, not that that one even mattered, because I don't actually get the gem out of it. Yeah, no, we are stuck. Okay, well, at least we are all set up for tomorrow. We froze our account, so I'll be able to start with some extra stuff tomorrow, and we've got a package waiting for us, so we'll take it. Unsuccessful, but fine. Hello!
Hi there!
Hi, Jazzy. It's good to see you. You highly recommend Dan? All right, I'll have to check it out. Day 85. Welcome to Blueprints, to what is, I think, going to be our final Blueprints stream. We are working on one last puzzle. I'm trying to get back to room 46. Our original objective has come back around again. And in room 46, there is, very fittingly, a corkboard with some red string. And we need to solve a corkboard puzzle by mapping out the route that Uncle took. And, it's not technically the end of the game, because the long and short of it is there is no real end to the game. The game essentially goes on forever until you run out of puzzles. There's no real definitive or true ending, so essentially what I've done is I've just sort of selected a stopping point that I feel comfortable stopping at this point. And to me, going back to room 46 where it all began and solving a good old-fashioned red string puzzle just seems, it just feels right to me. And so that's what we're gonna do tonight. After we're done, I'll probably look up and see like the things that we missed and maybe some theories, but it's my understanding that even if you did every single puzzle in the game, you still don't get definitive answers to a lot of questions. So I'm wondering if they're going to add DLC to Blueprints at some point. It seems to me that it's sort of primed and ripe for some DLC, but obviously I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, good to see everybody. Thank you all so much for stopping in to our first stream of September, or Subtember, if you will. For the rest of the month, all subs, not only on my channel, but everywhere on Twitch, subs are 25 to 30% off, depending on how long you subscribe to a channel for. So, perfect time to get subscribed to your favorite channels, and yeah, regardless, just happy to be here. Obviously, as I mentioned, I think we're going to finish Blueprints tonight, unless RNGesus really screws us over. So for the remainder of September, I'm really going to be focusing on Breath of the Wild. I really want to grind out Breath of the Wild because I really, really want to get the 100% completion challenge done by the end of the year. And this feels like a good as time as any. The next game I'm sort of really looking forward to streaming is Hades 2, which people are anticipating is probably going to come out next month. They just released in July their final patch before version 1.0, and previously they had been releasing patches approximately every 2 months, so it lines up that it will probably launch in October. So it seems like a good idea for me to try to finish at least as much of Breath of the Wild as I can. So if Hades 2 does come out in October, then we can dive right into that. So that's sort of my thought process right now. There's actually lots of games coming out this fall that I would like to check out, so if we can get Breath of the Wild done and out of the way, then we won't have to worry about that, and we can move on to some other things. But yeah. Right now, obviously, one thing at a time. Tonight is Blueprints. Now, can we create anything? Need to give Hades 2 another shot. I've been patiently waiting for it to come out of early access. I personally don't like the early access model, so I always wait for games to come out of early access. And Hades 2, like I said, is very, very close to the finish line, so I'm very excited. I absolutely loved the first Hades. We actually streamed it. I thought it was great fun, so I can't wait for Hades 2 to come out. Give me my Hades 2 now! Yeah, I know. That's how I feel. I really, really want to play Hades 2. I know a lot of people are obviously excited about Silksong coming out in just a couple of days. I played Hollow Knight, believe it or not. Hollow Knight was one of the very first games I ever streamed. Fun fact. So I played it a very, very long time ago. I liked it. But it's not, you know, like my favorite game of all time or anything. Like, I know it is for some people. I know some people are, like, ravenous for Silksong. So, I anticipate a lot of people will be streaming Silksong. So if you're wondering, I'm certainly not against streaming Silksong in the future, but I think I'll wait a bit. I feel like it's going to be really oversaturated for the first couple of weeks with the people who are genuinely really excited about it. So I think we'll leave it alone, and there is certainly the possibility of checking it out in the future. But Yeah. I'm one of the few people who isn't really excited about Silksong. I'm more so like excited for the people I know who are excited about it, if that makes sense. Because like I know there are some people who have been waiting years and years and years for this announcement. So like I'm excited for them almost more so than I am. Didn't they say Silksong's only going to be about $30, $20, which is awesome. I'm sure they are going to make millions regardless of the price point. But yeah, $20 for a game that people have been desperately waiting for years and years now. Ah, nice. Look at this. Broken lever. Perfect. So now all we need is greenhouse. $20 for years of work. They must be very confident that it'll sell well. I mean, I'm very confident that it'll sell well. This is like one of the most anticipated games over the past couple of years. I feel like in every live stream, you always heard people begging for either GTA 6 or Silksong. So, I mean that, and it is a very small team that develops Hollow Knight as well. Ooh, we can also get Great Hall, so we got 2 chances to open the antechamber. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna have any problem with selling copies, that's for sure. Let's go... Boy. I would love to get Silksong, but too many games. Yep, you know my life motto. So many games, so little time. I feel that very much. I like that they said it took as long as it did because they were having fun whilst making it. Yeah, I absolutely love that, right? You hear about so many games that like get stuck in development hell and they have to like restart it from scratch, and you know, it's just a very bad process. Apparently Silksong was the opposite of that, which is fun. Ruff, ruff. I love you, my doggies. I love you. I love you. I love you. Just need a shovel now to really make the most out of the kennel. No, what we really, really need is a greenhouse. Development hell. Isn't Vampire Masquerade 2 out soon for real? Yeah, and from what I've heard from like early previews and stuff, it doesn't look great, so we'll see. I mean, I didn't play the first one, but I know it's like a beloved sort of cult classic, but early previews for the second one don't seem to be positive, unfortunately. I mean, we need to go in the foundation to open the antechamber, so I guess I'll go this way. Dead Island 2 got started from scratch like 3 times, and those of us with faith held on. I'm glad it finally released in the end, because a lot of times in scenarios like that, the game just ultimately ends up never coming out, you know, so. Yeah, the next big, well, like I said, Hades 2 is the next game that I'm looking forward to for on stream. I think Hades 2 will be a lot of fun to stream. But the next game that I'm looking forward to personally is Ghost of Yotai, which comes out first week of October. It looks absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait for Ghost of Yotai. I talked about this before when we saw it at Summer Games Fest. Another game I'm actually really interested in is the new Sonic Team Racing. It literally looks exactly like Mario Kart 8, just with a cast of Sonic and other Sega characters, including Ichiban from the Like a Dragon series, Joker from the Persona series, SpongeBob and Patrick for some reason. They have got quite a roster of characters, and I love Mario Kart 8, so I gotta be honest, I really want to check out the new Sonic Team Racing. The issue is it's freaking expensive. I don't know. Like, I don't know why I think it should be less. I mean, I know they sell Mario Kart 8 for literally $100, but like, this new Sonic Team Racing game is $90 Canadian. I'm just like, I don't know if I can pay 90 bucks for a racing game. So I think I'm gonna hold off for now. Maybe it'll get a big discount on the winter sale or the Christmas sale or something like that, because I really would like to check it out. It looks like a genuinely fun racing game. With a great cast of characters, but yeah, it is just an insane price. Like, I don't know if I would play it enough to justify that price. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I can put that much time into it, but it would be fun if like a bunch of us could pick it up and play it on stream together or something like that. Are you going to stream Legend ZA in October? No, I'm holding off on Legend ZA, actually. I'm getting a Nintendo Switch 2 for Christmas, so I've decided that I'll just wait and get ZA for Christmas as well and play it on Switch 2. So I'll be a bit behind on the ZA train. I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's impressions of it, though, and get some early reviews before I check it out. But yeah, I am gonna wait till Christmas for ZA. It would be funny if you didn't get the Switch 2 for Christmas. I don't know what Alana would do with the Switch 2 currently in the closet if that was the case. Oh no! I can't go any further north. Seriously? That was such a good run. Oh, fucking RNGesus. Fucking RNGesus. Well... Here I was so happy. We had the Great Hall set up. I had the broken lever. All for naught. Wow. Okay. Call it a day here on day 85. Could be either a Christmas stream or something to start the new year. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a couple of games for my Nintendo Switch 2 for Christmas. I'm gonna get, well, I've already got Mario Kart World sitting in the closet with the Switch 2. And then I also want to get Legend ZA, and I want to get Donkey Kong Bonanza, so we can check out some of those games on stream, either over the holiday or in the new year, but I'm sure they'll be fun. But, alright, let's start over again. Luckily, we do have a package to start off with 2 keys, 2 gems, 1 sleeping mask, so I'll take that. But yes, for anyone wondering, I do have a Switch 2. I wasn't planning on getting a Switch 2. You know, when the Switch 2s went up for pre-order, they all sold out literally immediately, and I was like, oh well, I'll get one when I get one. I went into GameStop to pick up Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, and lo and behold, GameStop somehow still had Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders, so I said, fuck it. I pre-ordered one, I picked it up on launch day, and it's been sitting in the closet ever since. Because I've decided that I will just get it for Christmas. You guys, I'm sure, know the struggle every year for Christmas. I'm getting a text from my mom and dad. What do you want for Christmas this year? I'm getting a text from my mother and father-in-law. What do you want for Christmas this year? And I never know, because I always just, you know, as an adult, there's got to be some perks to being an adult. I just buy whatever I want sort of when it comes out. But I said this year, this will be a perfect opportunity. For everyone who asks, what do I want for Christmas this year? I'm going to say, this is the Nintendo Switch 2 fund. Contribute to it as you will. And Alana's going to wrap up the Nintendo Switch 2. Put it under the tree. I mean, Santa's going to deliver the Nintendo Switch 2. And then I'm also, so not only will I have something for everyone to get me for Christmas this year, but also I'm really excited to basically recreate the feeling that I have not experienced in a very long time of getting a new console for Christmas. The last console I actually got for Christmas was the Xbox 360 in 2007, 2008. So I'm actually really excited to wake up Christmas morning, get a new console, plug it in, sit down in my jammies and play games. Because, you know, like, I'm really excited to sort of recreate that feeling. So there's the double-pronged reason for why there's a Nintendo Switch 2 sitting in my closet and I haven't actually used it yet. Because, yeah, it is hard to know what to get for Christmas as an adult, right? So I figure this way, everybody wins, hopefully. But yeah, when I picked up the Nintendo Switch 2, I picked up Mario Kart World with it. I've always, ever since I got it, planned to pick up ZA with it as well. But I've heard fantastic things about Donkey Kong Bonanza. It was not on my radar I'm not huge into like Donkey Kong games, but I've just heard nothing but amazing things about Donkey Kong Bonanza. So much so that I'm like, guess I'll get that as well. You should have seen the iPad debacle of Christmas 2024. Oh, Jazzy, please tell me more. You've got me hook, line, and sinker. I need to know everything about the iPad debacle of Christmas 2024. Please enlighten us. I can't tell if Donkey Kong's actually good or if it's just good for Nintendo. No, people have been saying it's like one of the most genuinely fun and like unique titles that they've played, so I want to check it out. I mean, when Nintendo makes a good game, I think like a good game from Nintendo is one of the best games out there. When Nintendo puts out a high quality product, it is normally very innovative, very, very fun. I think Nintendo is the best in the business when they're at their A game, so. Do passageway. They're saying it's a game of the year contender. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. And that's again why it piqued my interest. Just as a gamer, I was like, wow, might have to check this out, you know? I mean, I know there's still time left, and as I already mentioned, I'm personally super excited for Ghost of Yotai. I think if anything is going to be a game of the year candidate for me, it's going to be that game. But at the same time, I don't know if anything's going to be Expedition 33 for game of the year this year. Like, not only the quality of the game, but also the uniqueness of the game. Its excellence in so many different facets, from music to visuals to story, and just the whole, like, story surrounding its development. It was just a random team of a couple people who were, like, recruiting people on Reddit. Like, it's just perfect for game of the year. I really, really don't see anything dethroning Clair Obscur for game of the year at this point, unless something crazy happens in the next couple of months, right? Expedition 33 is gonna win unless this shit is rigged. Yeah, I think so as well. Okay. Forgot how hard these puzzles get. So 15 minus 6 is 9. It got to a couple hundred people towards the end, but it started off as a very, very small project, which is always impressive. Okay, 5. I'm always so confused about these. So you still go from inside out, but the color indicates the order? So, like, here, it would be... Five is yellow, which is minus. So, like, would it be minus 5 times 3, which is 15, plus 18, which is 3, times 3 is 9? Yes, apparently. Okay. So then it would be 1 plus 2 is 3, minus 3 is 0, times 15 is 0, divided by 2. No, that can't be right. Because there is no 0. No, wait. Because it's blue out here. So it would be 1 plus 2 is 3, minus 3 is 0, times 15 is 0, plus 2 is 2. Oh my gosh. Ooh, but it was worth it. The pain was worth it because look what we got. The key to the secret garden. That, of course, has one of the levers that we need to get to room 46. So if I go secret garden key right here... Oh, no, but you need to do it on the outside, right? Right, okay. So if we go courtyard, go through this way. Oh, or we're not going to go through this way. Because stupid keypad. All right. Here's the story from Jazzy about the iPad debacle of Christmas 2024. Essentially, long story short, I had an old iPad and my mom was wanting to get my niece and nephew their own iPads. She was going to get them both one of the newer gen iPads. And I was like, what if I gift my iPad to my nephew and you buy a new gen iPad for me and an older gen for my niece? Mom said, haha, no, but accidentally got 3 iPads, so I got a newer gen anyways. How do you accidentally purchase 3 iPads instead of 2? Is what I want to know. Like, what happened there, Mom? And guess what? As excited as I was to get the secret garden key, guess who has been led into a dead end? Yet again. That's right, it's your girl, Tiff. Well, so much for that, I guess. Wow. Bad luck twice in a row. Such bad luck. All right. This time we're going to do it. We're getting what we need to open the antechamber, which is good. Now we just need to ensure that we get to the antechamber.
Lizard.
Exactly. Day 87. All right. It's because she was gonna see how much 3 iPads would be, so she put 3 in the cart, but then added some stuff after and forgot to remove the 3rd one, and we didn't find out till everything showed up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the iPad debacle of Christmas 2024. Well, hey, at least you won, Jazzy. You ended up getting a new iPad at the end of it all, and so did your niece and nephew, so... I guess in the end, everybody won except your mom's wallet, but... That's what the holiday season does to you, right? Wallets are never winning in the month of December. Ooh, nice. Okay, shovel. We'll do salt shaker. We'll do key. And a bunch of gems. Next, we'll do observatory. Oh, Draxus, you son of a bitch. Dead-end rooms are now more common today. Boo. We hate Draxus. We hate him. Well, that means this run's probably doomed for failure as well, but... we'll see how it goes, I guess. Draxus is the villain of Blueprints. See his stupid little face up in the corner every single time he gives me dead-end rooms. Okay, let's do security. But Dave Bautista plays a good Draxus. This Draxus is a lot less lovable than that Draxus, that's for sure. Okay, the goal for today remains the same. We are trying to get to room 46. We can run an experiment here. Immediately. I mean, I'm just gonna spread dirt on the driveway. Which is not going to help me right now, but if I get a shovel... Wait, do I have a shovel? I've got a shovel. Is it even... Yeah, well, let's go see. We've done that experiment before, but I've never actually figured out what dirt on the driveway means. I assume it's literal? Yep, there it is. Okay, so the dirt on the driveway is literally just patches right outside the front door. In one we get a key, and another we get unimpressive pebbles, and in the other we get a rather dirty coin. Okay, so the driveway, they literally mean like this area right in front of the mansion. Interesting. Well, that solves that mystery, because for a while we had been wondering what the driveway meant. And turns out we didn't have to think about it too hard. It was literally just right outside the front door. Diggy, diggy hole, dig a hole, dig a hole, diggy, diggy, diggy hole. I feel like I could have spoiled that last stream and it wouldn't have affected your enjoyment of it. No, probably not. Well, at the same time, it is good now to finally know what the driveway means. Alright, I'm gonna turn off some of this stuff. Let's try sideways through the chapel first. Get the pool. Wish I had a sledgehammer, because there's so many chests now. There's 2 in the entrance hall and 2 in the pool for us to open, but I don't want to waste my keys. So we'll hold off and hope that we can get a sledgehammer. Pick up my 2 coins in the meantime. Admire the view. Now we'll go... a redraw here. Nice, I'm glad I did. Dining room, that's great. Not only do we get a boxed lunch, but we now got 2 possible directions to go. Nothing better than feeling vindicated when you use your dice. Fortunately, it's all dead ends over here, so we'll go boudoir and grab a couple gems. There's our first locked door, the first of many, I'm sure. Got a courtyard. We should be able to do some digging here. No, really? Oh yes, one over there. I was gonna say, a courtyard without dig spots? That is truly strange, but there's one right here. And inside we get an ordinary key. And over here, wow. End of the run again. You've got to be freaking kidding me. It's Draxus. I knew as soon as we got Draxus it was a bad omen for us, and alas, it sure frickin' was. Yet again, we are thwarted by RNGesus. We must call it a day and try again. I gotta be honest, I really didn't think getting to room 46 would be the difficult part of the stream. I thought the biggest hurdle for us to surmount was gonna be the sigil puzzles down in the sanctum doors, but the game is proving me wrong. Getting to room 46 is the real challenge here, and here it is, day 88. Let's do it. Leveling up to double 8s. RNGesus heard last stream and was like, "You're not allowed to quit." You're so right. They're holding us here hostage. All right. Let's go pantry. Then let's go West Wing Hall. Then we'll go workshop. Grunkbot knows your plans. Grunkbot. Okay, I love that. Can we make it canon that Grunkle's an android? Okay, I'm not even gonna draft Observatory because I'm so mad about Draxus, I just don't want to go anywhere near it, so. Chapel it is. We'll grab the keys in the nook. Go up through. I'll actually do the bedroom closet here. Aha. It's a pretty good bedroom closet, actually. Dice and gem. The beef with Draxus is eternal. Literally. We will hate that guy until the very end. Blueprints may eventually end, but our hate for Draxus will never. I just noticed too, when I come in here, can you see now that we've solved all the sanctum doors, that's actually been added permanently to the screen, which is cool. You can see now we've got all the 7 letters, we've got all these, we've got all the permanent additions, so it's nice to actually see like sort of our progress reflected on that screen. What's the Mantle of the Night for? Yeah, that was the chess puzzle. So it adds the armory to our draft pool. Ooh, sledgehammer. Honestly, I'm just gonna buy everything in here. And then we do have a ton of steps, so before we get too far, let's take the opportunity to bust open some of those chests. We've got 2 in the pool there. Inside this one, we've got $9. Inside this one, we've got... Ooh, lockpick kit. That's actually nice. And with our coin purse, we actually got extra money from the 9 coins we picked up. So that was good. Alrighty. Let's keep moving. 1 dice, 3 keys. Oh my god. Are you serious right now? We're stuck again! This is ridiculous. Oh my god. Okay, this is starting to get frustrating. After I was just talking about what a good shape we were in, how many resources we had. Boom, security door. Game over. End of run. This is ridiculous. This is freaking ridiculous. Okay. Day 88 was an absolute bust. Will day 89 be any better? God only knows. Okay, I need to prioritize drafting rooms with openings. Because I feel like now Draxus ruined the last one, but in that one, I don't know if it was just bad RNG or what, but I just felt like I had so many dead ends. I couldn't get anywhere. So we need to try to keep things as open as possible. We got a chest and a dig spot there. I'll keep that in mind. And then we'll go. Let's go to the pool today. Okay, from here we'll go spare green room. Ooh, there we go. We got the greenhouse lever. I'm gonna go hallway instead of dining room, because last thing I need is a locked door ruining our day, so I'm gonna pick up that key. Now, let's keep moving this way. Courtyard. Be the perfect day for a shovel if we can find one. We got lots of dirt patches around. Ah. Thank you, metal detector, for bringing that to my attention. There we go. We got lots of keys. Now, before I get too far ahead. Ooh, shovel! Wow, I'm glad I turned around and came back, because I would have missed that. There we get an oversized turnip. There we get a few unimpressive pebbles. Come over to this side. We'll go into the wine cellar and get +3 gems. Okay. We're doing pretty good right now. We can go this way, we can go this way, we can go that way. I like the look of this. So I'm gonna go back up through the veranda because we know there's some dig spots there, and then we'll go through the pool. We got a rather unimpressive rock and a rather dirty coin. All right. We can get a sledgehammer. We've got 3 chests that we can unlock at this point, so that would be really nice. Guess I'll go observatory. God forbid if Draxus isn't in here today, I swear to God. Oh, we got the sail and Clavis the key. We love Clavis. Clavis is so much better than Draxus. We'll take that. Ooh, and then we get the dining room anyway, even though I passed on it earlier, so that's nice. Grab our lunchbox. Our first locked door of the day. Nice, great haul. That gives us another opportunity for a lever to get to room 46. Leave that for now, and we'll come down through here. Let's go storeroom. A dig spot in the storeroom. All right. Laboratory. Let's see what experiments we can run today. Hopefully something helpful. Whenever you draft a shop room, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. That works. Oh, you know what doesn't work? That. Boo. Stupid freaking key card rooms. Okay, we're not stumped. We can go all the way down and around and up through the Nook. We can also try to go through the Great Hall. The issue is it's gonna use keys. Whoa, okay. That's good. That's good. First try, we got the lever. So that's gonna open the door on the right side, and then we get to replace the key that we use, so I'll take that. May as well try our luck again and see if I can get the north door. Yes! I'll take that, and with that, we can get the workshop, which is perfect. We'll go down and open room 46. Whoa. What's shovel plus broken lever plus battery pack? I don't want to use the broken lever though, just in case we need it. For the greenhouse. I'm not going to use it there, even though I think I could have made a new item. I don't want to doom this run, because God knows we might need the greenhouse door. So I'm going to leave that for now. I think that's the one item you haven't built that will help. Another freaking security door. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I could have built it there, but again, God knows I'll end up needing to actually open a different door to get into room 46, and I'll regret it having used that lever, so I'll hold off. Alrighty, here it is. Pulling this lever means we officially have an open path to room 46. Now all we gotta do is actually get there, and to do that we have to pray that RNGesus is kind. God knows he's not normally, so we'll see how this works out. But we gotta celebrate the small wins, right? Like Mick said, let's fucking go! The path is clear, I pressed the wrong button, I tried to get the confetti to come down. We can do this. We can do this. So we've got to enter through this side, which means we need to build up that way. Now, unfortunately, the right side of the foundation, I think, is the door that's blocked by the security key, which means, I mean, we still are able to get over there, but we've got to take a bit more of a roundabout path. Who knows? Maybe we'll find the greenhouse and then we'll have another door opened. But again, we got to take it one step at a time. This is the first time we've actually opened a path to room 46, so that's good. We're making progress. Things are looking up, so we'll take it. Small wins. And now, yeah, so that's the door that's locked. Unfortunately, is the way that I would prefer to go, so instead we go this way. We go to security. Or do we just go chapel? I've only got 2 gems. No, but I guess if we draft security, though, I can decrease the prevalence of... Me. If we draft security, we can decrease the prevalence of the security card doors. Draft security gets a security card door. You've got to be fucking kidding me. This is ridiculous. Is that 3 we've come across in this run so far? Okay, so I can go up through laboratory, but was that key card? Yeah, we have 3 keycard doors in one run. That is fucked up. Okay, so I need to go all the way down through Nook, I guess. If I had the sledgehammer, I'd start bashing open some of these chests and hope that there was a keycard in it, but I think the last thing I want to do is just spend my keys, because if I don't have keys and I don't have a key card, then we're definitely screwed. Okay, we're going aquarium. Now we're out of gems, which is scary. However, my allowance has been raised by 1, which is good. And we got an old tin can. Ooh, and we got a gem and a key. Okay, yes. I love the aquarium. It's fantastic. All right, guess we'll draft kitchen, because I am running low on steps. It also increases my allowance by 1 again, because it's considered a successful experiment. In here, we're going to order some bacon and eggs. We're going to order a club sandwich, and we're going to wash it down with a banana. Beautiful. A delicious, balanced breakfast. All right. Let's keep moving. We're not dead yet. Ooh, the kennel's actually really good. Because remember, the kennel, each time you dig in a room, it unlocks all the doors in the room. And that will apply to any keycard doors, so that could help us out of some sticky situations. All right, from here we're gonna go conference room. And then we'll go quest bedroom. Hopefully the puppies will bring us luck here. Navigational compass. Then we'll go West Wing Hall. Now I don't have any gems here, which frightens me a little bit. I hope we don't get caught in a situation where we need gems, but there's not much we can do about it. Chapel. Bedroom. Boudoir. That'll give us some gems. I don't want to do this, but we have to. We have no other choice. I have to do weight room, which is going to cut our steps in half. Although that is the dinner bell for dinner. I don't know that we'll need it. We've got 27 steps, and we're getting there. We just got to get over to the far side of the antechamber, which we're not going to be able to do. We're going to be stuck again. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Oh. We were so freaking close. I can't get any further that way. I guess our only shot is if I can draft the greenhouse right here. It's my only shot. Because the greenhouse opens that door. What are the chances of me drafting greenhouse here? Probably extremely, extremely low, but I guess we'll try it. Yeah, it was pretty low. Okay. I suppose we're not fully dead in the water because what I can do now, ooh, and especially because there's a sledgehammer here. What I can do now is go bust open all of the chests and hope one of them has a security card so we can get across to the other side of the foundation. So we're actually not dead yet, shockingly. The issue is we don't have a ton of steps, but if I could get back to dining room as well, we can have dinner there. So where were the chests? There was one in this bedroom. Just gotta hope one of them has a keycard. Yeah. I can get to dining room this way. And then where were the other chests pool? Whoa, what do we got for dinner? Fancy. Stuffed wild quail. All right. Fill that, Tom. If we actually get a keycard in one of these chests, it'll probably be a miracle, but we don't want to give up until we've tried everything. Nada. And oh, I thought that was it for a brief second. I had hope there. Were there any other chests? I think that might be it. There's no other way. The only way we can go is through the foundation. Ah, that is so frustrating. We literally had the path to room 46 open. We got all the way up to room 46. We were literally 2 squares away. Yeah, that's it, I think. I don't think there were any more chests. RNGesus has not been kind to us. Alright. Call it a day. It's gonna be day 90. Next. Day 90. Not ideal. We're not gonna give up. We're doing good. Just gotta get to that corkboard, and then I think we have the answer. Once we get to room 46, I think it'll just be a matter of plugging the answers in to solve the final puzzle. The hard part is just getting to room 46 right now. We've been stymied by dead ends and locked doors. But at least we had some progress on the last run by actually opening room 46, so that's good. Hopefully we can keep building on this and eventually get to where we want to go. Right, West Wing Hall. Storeroom. Chapel, and then go back this way. Dining room. Grab my lunchbox. Enjoy your lunch. Hallway. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Pantry or bedroom? I'll go bedroom. Hey Nick, I have a job that is sitting and my legs are sore. Tell me why. I mean, you're literally just sitting on your legs all day, especially if you're not in a proper posture. I think that's actually a very normal feeling to have sore legs when you're sitting on them all day. Yeah, try to move around and get the blood flowing. It's like when you're sitting on an airplane. My legs are always so stiff and sore when I get off an airplane, so. Let's go kennel. So we can see our doggies. Hi, doggies. I love you. I love you. I guess all these doggies are twins. Because they all look the same. Bunch of twin doggos. Alright, we do have the sledgehammer now, so if we see any chests, that will be good. Unfortunately, I have sort of pigeonholed myself. The only way we can go is up through chapels, so let's pray. Our options are good. I mean, green room's not bad. And then these are going to be dead ends. Not ideal. Let's go laboratory, I guess. See what experiment we can set up. Don't love any of these. Probably won't even get any of these activated, but we'll just do for each bedroom you draft after your second, a letter will be delivered to the mailroom. Not sure if that's something that we will even undertake, but again, we'll give it a try. Fun fact, sitting down for an office job, the best position is a laid back one, not that stupid upright one they show you in ye old office diagrams. Really? I didn't know that, actually. Just start reclining my chair a bit more at work. Security, yes. Oh my god! Another freaking keycard door in security. That's the second time in a row that that has happened. That is bonkers. Okay, luckily we're not completely blocked off. We're gonna immediately put the security level to low to try to stop this from happening again. Now we'll go across this way and try to bypass that stupid security door. Passageway is perfect right there. I think the key is don't say sat down the whole 7-hour shift. Move around. Yeah, exactly. I make an effort to try to move around at least once an hour if I can. I mean, I've told you guys before about my back issues, so it's even more important for me to move around as much as I can. Alright, let's see if we can do another one of these. 2 times 8 is 16, minus 15 is 1. 10... This isn't gonna work out. 10 times 2, no, that's not gonna work. Unless we do it like this, 20 plus 1, 21 minus 10. No, that's not gonna work either. Or I guess maybe it's minus 10 times 2 is minus 20, plus 20 is 0, plus 1 is 1. Yeah, that's how it is. Okay. So, I never remember how to use this. I never remember what to do with the square. Do I just square the first thing that's connected to it? Minus 1 squared is 1. Times 10 is minus 10. Plus 11 is 1. Yes, whew. The silver key. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. I had a manager who got a special custom office chair due to their bad back. They used to sit so laid back it was basically laying down when fully engaged in hard work mode. Really? We've got sit-stand desks at the office, which I do try to take advantage of when I'm working in the office, but I want one of these bed chairs. That sounds fantastic. I mean, to be fair, this chair that I'm sitting in right now does recline quite far. Like, ugh, I could be all the way down here. I just feel like that doesn't necessarily look the best when I'm on stream, but I am able to adjust this chair quite a bit, which is nice. Let's run payroll. And then spread gold around in the estate. Also pick up the gem while we're in here. I don't have the conference room in this one, no. I get my runs all mixed up. I can't remember what rooms and what items I have in each, but... Nope. No conference room. We do have one of these, though. I guess we're going this way, and I can't see what I'm drafting, so I'll just pick this. It wasn't a bad pick. We got coins, we got apples. Oh, maybe it was a bad pick, because this is a dead end. Okay. That's fine. Not sure how I'm getting so many security doors even though I have all the security settings set to low, but anyway. Let's go silver key here. And go probably Mount Holly gift shop. Okay, now quickly pop down and open room 46. We'll keep going. We haven't drafted any rooms yet that can open any of the antechamber doors, but we're working on it. One thing at a time. Wish there was like a remote way to activate this switch instead of having to come all the way down here every time. Alrighty, room 46 is open. Now, let's see if we can get to it this time. Ooh, I'm warm. I gotta turn on my fan. One sec. Seeing as we were just talking about moving and stretching, I should probably do that as well. Also, speaking of work chairs, my old employer never sent anyone to collect the chair they lent me during COVID times after I left the company. Ooh, nice! Is it like a good quality, like, office chair? That's great. I know some of my colleagues did that as well. During COVID, they just took home the chairs they were working with in the office and no one ever said anything. Gotta adjust my fan angle. Breeze? Breeze. Nice. It's a nice office chair. Not too fancy, but better than the dining room wooden chair I'm using. Wait, why are you on your dining room wooden chair instead of your nice office chair? Or did you get rid of it after? I guess COVID was 5 years ago. That's crazy. COVID feels like last year.
Why did the cow wear a bell? Its horn didn't work.
Thank you for the 100 biddies and the giggle, as always, Idaho. Appreciate it. How are you doing today? Let's do... Guess we'll do showroom, because then that actually bypasses that stupid security door there. So that works out. I don't have enough money to actually buy anything in the showroom, but that's fine. I mean, we're gonna hit a dead end now anyway, so not that it even matters. Alright, now we've got to open one of the antechamber doors. What's the next thing? I say dining room, but meant kitchen. This house is not quite that fancy. I put it back in the dining room. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, we're gonna do ballroom and then not step in. Go this way instead first. And here, we're gonna go... Ooh, actually... Let's do secret passage. Green thumb. Oh, I was hoping we'd get the greenhouse here. Fortunately not. We do get the aquarium though, which is good. Gives us options. And apparently that actually successfully triggered the experiment, which is funny. I didn't think we were even going to trigger it here. Workshop, conference room, courtyard. So we'll go workshop, see what we get inside. Okay. We got the lever. Now we just need to draft the greenhouse. I don't think we can make anything here. The issue is, I don't have any keys. Veranda. We gotta go veranda. It's the only choice we have. But now we have no keys and no gems. But alas, we did get a shovel and a metal detector. So this is good. Before I go ahead and draft, and we also have the kennel. So just by digging, we unlock rooms. But I'm gonna go back now and do some digging and try to get some resources before we proceed forward. I'm also going to stop in the workshop and combine the shovel with the metal detector to get the detector shovel, which is a nice upgrade for us. A wild wormhole appears. Do you think anybody out there, their favorite Pokemon is a Wurmple? Like, do you think there are any Wurmple fans out there? Also, this is a fantastic opportunity to use the ballrooms. As soon as I step in, I get 2 gems. 2 free gems. Probably. I would love to meet a Wurmple fan. Like, what has drawn you to this bug thing? Okay, where else do I have dig spaces? Probably. Actually, I don't know if I have them anywhere else. I'm not sure that I do. Maybe one in the spare green room, but I think that would be it. And there wasn't even one in here. Okay. So we didn't manage to get any more keys. We did get 2 gems though. Let me quickly look. The estate inventory. There's coins around. But there's no keys or gems. I gotta be honest, I don't particularly care about the coins. So rather than waste steps, we're just gonna go and hope that the veranda is not locked. It is not locked, and we can get the courtyard, which is good. We're gonna need to draft something soon though that opens the antechamber. We're kind of running out. Locked. Oh, but this will open. Beautiful. Because we got the kennel. Digging there will actually unlock this door, which is absolutely fantastic. We will then go... I'm gonna go boiler room, and then here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to ballroom and get 2 gems. Bloop. Nice. When used correctly, the ballroom is really, really nice. Okay. From here, we'll keep moving. Greenhouse. There it is. There it is. There it is. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Our path to room 46 is clear. Once again, now we just have to get there. Okay. All right. We can do this. The doors are open. We just need to get up through right there. Please, RNGesus. Fucking help me out for once, man. Fucking help me out for once. Hey, Idaho, how are you doing today? Happy Tuesday. Happy September. Can you believe it's September already? That's crazy. All right, we got a ton of gems. The thing I'm worried about is we don't have keys. I am worried about that. Oh, but I've got a sledgehammer. Oh, it's a secret garden key, which would normally be good, but in this instance, I just wanted a regular key. All right, we're just gonna have to pray to RNGs and hope this door is not locked. Please, 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 please. Yes! Yes! And we got Cloister of Rinna! Let's go! Oh, that is absolutely freaking fantastic. Okay, we're one away. We just need to draft something here that allows us to go north. That's all we need. Best case scenario, I could get a dice or two first so that we can re-roll and ensure we draft something there that we need. We're in the Burr months now. Yeah, you're right. God, time is not real. It feels like it was April 2 days ago. It seriously feels like summer just began, so I can't believe summer is basically over. That's really crazy to me. All right, we're gonna go gymnasium. I really like dice, because I don't know if I can trust that we'll draft what we need to draft in that other room. If I draft observatory, we might... No, observatory never gives me dice, I don't think. I don't think observatory ever gives me dice. Conservatory should have dig spots, though. Coin. Magnifying glass. Okay, so we're not going to get... I don't like bedroom closets, so we're gonna make that unusual. I don't really like clock tower, so we're gonna make that rare. Solarium standard is fine. Okay, so we have no dice, we have no ability to re-roll, we've got one shot. One opportunity. We have to draft through Cloister of Rinna and hope we are given a choice to draft a room that leads north. That's it. It's a one and done. We've got no ability to re-roll. We have just got to hope that what we draft through Cloister of Rinna will lead north into Antechamber. Can we do it? I'm nervous. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I don't like when it all comes down to one roll of the dice, which is exactly what this is. I don't like it. I don't like not feeling in control. Whatever is gonna happen will happen. Let's do this. Let's do this. Mix is praying for me. Please. Please. No! God damn it! You have got to be fucking kidding me, man! Two rooms that lead south. Lana just came to check on me. I am frustrated. We were so close. It all came down to one random draft, and we did not get what we needed. You know what, though? The run's actually not over, because we have Secret Garden key. Secret Garden we can draft in any of the side spaces. Barney says, hello, Alana. Make sure Tiff doesn't try to flip the table. So technically, if I go over here, we can draft Secret Garden, pull that lever. I'm not sure which door it opens. If it opens this one, we're good, because that's already open. If it opens... I mean, yeah, okay. We're not... It's not over. It's not ideal, but it's not over. Let's see what we can salvage here. What did you have for dinner? It smells so good. Shrimp taco, nice. Hello, Alana. Make sure Tiff does flip the table.
No, because I'll have to clean up.
Gem Fest. Yes, we got all the gems, so that's good. Thank you. Hopefully Alana's blessing will give us what we need. While we're here, we can do a little gambling, because honestly, money doesn't matter to us right now. And And of course we didn't win. How many times have I spun this roulette wheel and not once have we hit a jackpot? The RNG in this game hates me. Straight up frickin' hates me. Hey DNA, how's it going? Alright, we've got no keys, so any locked doors are immediately the end of our run. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it out of the way and see if this is locked. It is locked. Run over. I'm so mad. We could not have been any closer. We opened room 46, we opened the antechamber, we drafted right to the space we needed to. And they couldn't give me one frickin' room that led north. That's it. That's all we can do. We take it, we learn from it, we hope the RNG is better to us on the next run. Day 91. The search for room 46 continues. I naively thought getting to room 46 would be the easiest part of the run tonight. Naively. Thank you for the hydration, Bronny. It's all we have left to do. We just have to get to room 46 and solve the puzzle, which I'm pretty sure we have the answer to. That's all we have to do. I guess what we need to do is try to open as many antechamber doors as possible, such that even if we get locked out of one, we've got the possibility to go in multiple different ways. Also, I forgot to pick up my allowance to start, so let's go grab that. My bad. Forgot all about the $35 just sitting on the front table. Gym. Drawing room. Bedroom. Commissary. Let's spend that allowance. We've got metal detector, sleeping masks, shovel, good thing to start with, and salt shaker. I love the ability to just buy out the commissary from the jump. It is very nice. Veranda gives us a greater chance of finding items in green rooms. We need all the items we can get, so let's grab that. We dig up an ordinary key. We grab a gem on the side table. Pick up a few old coins. From here we definitely go dining room. We grab our lunch box. Draft here. Here we get the chapel. Salted fruit. Totally very delicious and not gross. Yeah, we love sprinkling a few flakes of salt onto fruit. It makes it so much more delicious and nutritious, don't you think? What is this reacting to? Ah. 2 little coins. Let's go... Parlor? Alright. Let's just see if we can solve this logic puzzle. We're 1 for 1 on the night. I've actually only solved 1. The gems are in this box. The gems are not in this box. the gems are not in the white box. So they can't all be true. So if this was false, then this would also have to be false. Which is contradictory, because then the gems would be in both of those. So let's say this is false. This is false. Oh. This... Yeah, I guess this could be true. Okay, so these either both have to be true or both have to be false. Because if this is false... This is false... Then the gems would have to be in there, but that can't be because that leaves this one. So I think this has to be true. This has to be false. This has to be false, which means gems are in white. I think. No, I was wrong. Well, that's okay. Right. Corridor. Perfect. So that brings us right to the foundation, which is good. We'll open room 46 before we go all the way up there, though. Let's explore back here a little bit, because there's no point in getting to room 46 if we can't open an antechamber door. Beautiful. This is exactly what we needed. All right. Broken lever. Now we just got a draft greenhouse. East Wing Hall, sure. I go back in here, I can use my watering can and get a gem. I guess we'll go Pool Hall. Try to do this ridiculous puzzle. Oh, I get to eat my lunch while I'm in here too. Always check behind the bar for some coins, and let's get into it. 18. Minus 5 times 3 is 15, plus 18 is 3, times 3 is 9. Oh, I misclicked. 9. Okay, 1 squared is 1. Times 3 is 3, times 10 is 30, divided by 15 is 2. Where's 2? 3 squared is 9. Nice. That one was pretty easy. Getting the hang of it now, with the negative numbers and everything. Oyster Rinna, yes. Watering can. Do I have a shovel in this run? Yes. Just making sure I'm not getting everything confused. We got a worthless old shoe. We got a worthless old brick. That's it. God damn. Literal trash. Alright. Up through Cloister of Rinna. We should do security. Make sure we don't have any security doors impeding our progress. Because we do have lots of keys, but we don't have a key card because we never have a key card. Okay. Hopefully that will help. Patio. Really need the greenhouse now. Or secret garden key. Or Great Hall. Something. Alright, before we go that way, I guess I'll go open room 46 because all of this is for not if I don't do that. Nothing of interest was buried here. Not even pebbles? Come on, man. Alrighty. Long trudge to the lever. So, we have the lever right now. The broken lever, so if we can draft greenhouse, we'll be able to open an antechamber door. The other options are we have to find the secret garden key and then draft the secret garden, or we draft the great hall and open one of the doors. So we've got a couple of different options. Doing decent in terms of resources. 5 keys, 3 gems, 17 coins, and then we've got a couple of different ways we can go. Through the foundation that way, through the patio that way, and we can actually go all the way down and up through the workshop as well, which actually might be worth doing. One thing at a time. There's room 46. Do you remember how exciting it was pulling that lever for the first time and opening the room 46 door? It was insanely exciting. As was getting into the antechamber for the very first time. Just felt like such monumental wins, and now here we are 50 plus hours later trying to do the exact same thing. Okay. Just wondering if I was to go back up through workshop. Yeah, it wouldn't actually even be that far, and we've got 55 steps. I think it's worth backtracking at this juncture. Because we do have a lot of steps, and oh! Well, I'm glad I backtracked because missed those. The lower level rooms are less likely to be locked or anything, so it's a good opportunity to potentially get some resources. Over here, I guess we could also do my classic detector shovel. What is setting off my metal detector? Oh, the battery. Okay, we'll go, oh, let's go armory. Do we have a sledgehammer? No, we don't. So we definitely want to get Morningstar, which is just a more epic sledgehammer. We don't really need that. I would like the Night Shield. Perfect. All right, those are great items to have. Now from here, we'll go office. Grab that gem. And then we already ran payroll this week, but we can just spread gold in the estate, and it'll actually all just go to the conference room, so it'll be easy for us to get. From here, it's going to be a dead end, unfortunately. I'll just do quest bedroom to get our steps back that we burned to get down here in the first place. We'll grab the gem. We'll have to go back up the other way. Alright, here's our money. Let's see how many coins we get. We had one. Now we'll end up with 27, so we got 26 gold out of that. Alrighty, let's go this way first. Great Hall, beautiful. Alright, so that gives us an option for opening an antechamber door. I'm not actually going to open any doors right now though, because we need to make sure we keep our keys. Don't want to burn through all my keys at this early juncture, but we've now got the opportunity. If I can't open the greenhouse, we can come back and try to get a lever in there. We'll just hold off for right now, because as you can see, the further up we get, the more locked doors we are going to encounter, unfortunately. Okay, we'll go nursery here. Didn't really love any of those options, to be honest with you, but at least in nursery we get some steps, we get a gem. Oh my god, so many locked rooms. Okay. Let's go up through patio and see if that's locked, because I don't want to burn all my keys if I don't have to. It would be really nice if we could draft kennel here so I could bypass some of these locked doors by digging. Let's try right here first. Also locked, so didn't matter which way we went. Ah, speak of the devil! The kennel! This is what we need. Hello, puppies, I needed to see you. Yes. I needed you guys and your puppy magic to try to open some doors. Okay. Dinner is served. Experiment setup. Whenever you draft a shop room, gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. So that gives us the opportunity to get keys, which is good, because every single door here is locked. Okay. Go passageway. Or should we go kitchen? Because if I go kitchen... Does a corridor count as a hallway? Because if so, then we'll get another key. I'm gonna hope that it does. Yes, it did! Woohoo! We got 3 keys! Beautiful. We can buy some snacks while we're in here. We got tomato soup, club sandwich, and a banana for dessert. Now, so we can go that way, we can go that way. Both ways are gonna be locked. Let's go here. Okay, whichever way we go, we're not going to be able to access the right side door. Now, the Great Hall, I think, opens the right side door, doesn't it? Yeah. So... the Great Hall is now useless. We have to do greenhouse or secret garden. It's been frustrating that I've had, like, literally no dice. The entire night. We haven't had the ability to re-roll anything. And we do not get... greenhouse, so rare. Okay, guess we'll go bedroom closet, hope there's keys. Yes! Okay, finally something's looking up. Now we're just gonna have to go back up and through aquarium. We can go up through Great Hall as well, but it doesn't matter about that lever. The lever is useless to us. Courtyard's good. Oh, not the frickin' security door. Gotta be kidding me. Although, that bypasses it. Oh, I forgot about we had kennel. As soon as we dig, any locked doors open, including keycard doors. Take that. Alright, what do we got here? Pool. Should we go locksmith and try to get secret garden key? I mean, last time we drafted it, it didn't even have it. At least the pool will give us more options. And we have the sledgehammer, so I can open these. Or we have the Morning Star, rather, but same thing. Bunch of keys, that's good. Now, I'm pretty sure the greenhouse can only be built on the sides, which means our only option to build greenhouse is right here. Meaning, I'm not going to try to draft there yet. Gonna see if I can find some dice. Or something like that. Let's go ballroom, and then hope to use it strategically like I did last time. And then we'll go here. We can use a special key, make sure we get a room with lots of doors. We can go Knight's Shield Archives and open things up. We need to open one of these doors, though. Okay, what do we got here? Treasure trove. I don't want to draft there until I have reroll so we can ensure it's greenhouse. We're running out of opportunity here, unfortunately. We got 90 coins. Holy crap. Okay. Let's go down through ballroom next. So shiny. Holy crap. Look at those floors. It's like you're looking in a mirror. So we'll go locker room. I don't think we're gonna do it. I don't think we're gonna be able to open the antechamber. It's so freaking frustrating. Okay. We can use one key here to open a locker. And inside we get nothing. Hoping we'd get dice. Okay, our literal only shot is that this is greenhouse. This has got to be greenhouse. Oh my god, I thought that was it. Oh, I thought conservatory was greenhouse for half a second. I saw the green. Yet again. We got room 46 opened, we got to the antechamber, and we couldn't get in. This is the exact reason I gave up on my playthrough, this pointlessly harsh RNG. Yeah, it's brutal. Like, we've been at this now for what, 2 hours just trying to get into room 46, and it's just... there's nothing you can do. Like, yes, there's ways to help push the RNG in your favor, but at the end of the day, it's a game of chance. And unfortunately, we keep losing. Fortunately, we keep losing. Try probably one more time. I said it was the last Blueprint stream, so I feel like I need to finish this or you'll call me a liar, but it's just frick, man. The RNG is just not cooperating. Hey, Nine, holy crap, the Canada lawyer's up late today? No, I'm actually not up that late. I started stream a little bit early, so I normally stream for about another half hour or so on a regular night, which gives us time for one more try. One more try. Room 46. I'm gonna do utility closet here, so I can just turn off the power to any keycard doors that we come across. We'll go den. And we'll go corridor. We'll go, oh, early trophy room. I don't know if I've ever drafted a trophy room this early. Well, that's nice. Finally, something's working out. And we'll go office, I guess. There's actually not a lot of spots that we can spread money around, so it should be easy to collect it here. We can go commissary. Grunkle, Tiff's totally trying to the hidden cellar, not room 46. Yeah. I don't want to go to room 46. I'm really, really trying to do something else instead. So, you know, you should probably ruin the RNG on that. That should throw the Grunkbot AI off. Grunkbot AI! Love it. Okay, we didn't get a shovel, unfortunately. So I can't maximize kennels usage yet, but hopefully we will get one. We'll go through this way first. Here's some of that money we spread around. We'll go courtyard. Courtyard usually has a chance for a shovel. No shovel here, but we got the metal detector. Passageway would be nice there. Spread things out a little bit. We'll go West Wing Hall. I was gonna go security, but then I remembered that I've already powered down the security doors, so if anything, running into them won't be bad. So I'll do this instead. I guess we'll go... No, I'm actually gonna go garage here. Because I can grab those 3 keys. I don't have the keys to open the car, but grabbing those 3 keys is nice. Okay, then we'll go... Well, I don't want either of you, so I guess my only option is drawing room. And then go up through passageway. Go parlor and see if I have any better luck with the logic puzzle this time around. The box and this box and the white box are both empty. There is a second wind-up key in this room. Well, that's false. And the statement on the white box is true. That's also false. So those are both false, which means this is true. This box and the white box are both empty, which means gems have to be in blue, I think. Yes. There we go. Finally something's going my way. Have you heard the radioactive shrimp song? No. No, I can't say that I have. What the hell is the radioactive shrimp song? Diamondus Major, Clavis the Key, and Farmer's Apple. 3 good constellations. Is this a Fallout soundtrack question? Okay, I'm not even gonna bother to go down and open room 46 until I know that we've secured a path there. It's a waste of my time to go down. I'm just gonna try to secure a pathway first. So we'll go Pool Hall, because there is the possibility for a secret garden key in here. So 1, 4 squared is 16. 1 squared plus 3 is 4. Oh, that can't be right. Oh, maybe it's 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 squared is 16. 16 minus 14 is 2. Yeah. So then it's 4... Is it 4 plus 1 squared is 25? Or it must be... Oh, it's hard now. Or maybe that means I just square at the end? Or maybe it's 4 squared divided by 8 is 2, plus 1 squared or plus 1 is 9, squared plus 1 and then squared is 9, minus 8, so 1? Oh my god. Okay, these are so fucking hard. So it's 10 divided by 5 is 2. Times 1. I don't know if that's going to be 1 squared or if it's going to be 2 times 1 squared. Which would be 4, and then 4 plus 4 is 8. Oh. Kinda guessed it, and I got it. I got a silver key. We didn't get the secret garden key, but we got the silver key, which is good. They actually discovered some shrimp at Walmart that tested positive for CS-137 and are finding more. What? Let me guess. In Murica? Okay, so I shut down the keycard doors, but I forgot. I need to change the setting in security such that unpowered doors are unlocked. So I needed security. I should have drafted security before. That's okay. We might still have an opportunity to do so. Security is a fairly common thing to draft. The recalled shrimp was sold at Walmart locations in Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, Mississippi, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Texas, and West Virginia, and shoppers in those states are advised to be cautious. Holy crap! Yeah, that is not a small batch. That is a lot of radioactive shrimp. And then someone made a meme song out of it, of course. Of course they did. As they always do. I'll have to check this out later, but for anyone buying shrimp at Walmart, for the love of God, be careful. The last thing I need is for you guys to turn into one of those ghouls from Fallout. It's a catchy meme song? Oh, I'm sure it is. The meme songs are always catchy. Still no way to open any antechamber doors. Rotate the armory so it's facing north, then we can grab... Actually, I don't need the Morning Star, because I have the sledgehammer, but we can grab the nice shield. Running out of space to work. Alright, so we're not going to draft greenhouse on this side. It's got to be on the other side if we're going to draft it. May as well do gymnasium to keep our options for entering the antechamber that way open. That's a security door, or a keycard door, so we really need to draft security if we can. Running out of keys, slowly but surely. Guess we'll go ballroom and then not go in. Go around the other way. Come on. Freaking give me something. I say that and they have given me a porterhouse steak, but it's not actually what I needed right now. I think real radiation poisoning just slowly dissolves you rather than turn you into a ghoul. Not sure what's worse, to be honest. Side note, this contamination is a great chance to Google nuclear materials without being put straight on a watch list. Ooh, whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, set your dice to 2. Yes! I want the opportunity to get dice, thank you very much. Alright, we can knock this open. There isn't usually chests in the library, that's nice. Lockpick kit is also nice. Couldn't use it on this door, though. I did, however, get the throne room, which drafting is going to give me 2 dice. Nice. Lockpick kit saved me there. And then we're gonna redraw. Guess we'll go secret passage. Green. Oh my god, why can't I get a greenhouse? I can't get a freaking greenhouse to save my life. Damn. Door's locked, can't pick it. Door's locked, can't pick it. Fuck. So our only option is up through ballroom. I mean, God knows that's locked too. We're gonna be stuck because of keys yet again. I wish I could just use the Morning Star to fucking bash in the doors. No, it's not locked. But I'm not given any option to go through the antechamber that way. So I gotta redraw. And there we go. Conference room. Okay, so if I can get greenhouse somehow... We've got a door there. But apparently my lockpick kit is fucking useless. There are 3 locked doors, and I can't pick a single one. So... we're done. Can I use my lockpick kit in the workshop to make, like, an ultimate lockpick or something that allows me to open all locked doors? Because that is basically our only option at this point. Apparently a basic lockpick kit is not enough. I've tried it on 3 separate doors and failed on 3 separate doors. Lockpick kit plus metal detector? Ooh, this is new. I've never made this. Pick sound amplifier. What does this do? Greater chance of picking high sensitivity locks. Can I do it? Is this what I needed? I was kind of being facetious when I said, can I go to the workshop and make something? I didn't know if that was an actual thing I could do. The question is, though, is if, since I've already attempted to pick these locks, will I get another chance with my new thing? Yes! 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 Let's go! Let's fucking go! We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. Okay. So from here, I can change the keycard system settings to make it such that locked offline doors are unlocked. Okay. So we have access to this door, we have access to this door. We just need to open them. Seriously, this is what you're gonna give me? Fucking junk? All of these suck. Guess I'll go bunk room because I don't want to spend my one gem. Okay, we've got to hope now that I can pick the lock going north through the aquarium. I hate how I keep coming down to the wire like this. I really, really hate it. It all comes down to if we can pick this lock over here. Yes! We can. Pretty crappy room selection. But we can. We're not dead yet. Secret garden key? Could that save the run? We've got to redraw. I don't want to go dart room because we're not going to be able to see what we can draw. I've got to redraw again. Mechanarium? I don't know how many doors this will have. It's the only option I have. Okay, it's got a couple doors. It's got this one. Ooh, which has an upgrade disc. That's nice. It's got this one, which has got a key. Silver key, actually. It's got this one. Oh! I forgot it has another lever! I forgot Mechanarium has a lever. Oh no, it's all gonna come down to this again. We need to draft a room that has an exit to the east. Okay, so if I use silver key here, unlocking a door with the silver key will lead to a room with many doors. This is what we've got to do if this door is locked. If it's not locked, it's just hope for the best. I almost hope it's locked. Yes, special key, silver key. Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Yes! Yes! Now we just need to go open room 46. Oh my god, I'm like out of breath. We just gotta go open room 46. Because I hadn't opened it because I didn't want to jinx myself. Oh my god. I'm literally lizard. I'm like lightheaded. I can't believe it. The literal last fucking second, the nick of time. We drafted Mechanarium and I forgot it has a lever, and thank God the lever was on that side, and thank God we got a silver key, and thank God that door was locked so we could use the silver key. Oh, sweet Jesus above. I'm so fucking happy right now. Everything worked out perfectly on the final day. The final run of the night. We've got more than enough steps to open room 46 and then get back up to room 46, and then all that stands between us and completion is one corkboard and a hell of a lot of string. Ah. Damn, I did all that work hacking Tiff's game to help out and God gets the credit. Well, Noella, if I had known it was you behind the scenes, I am more than willing to transfer the praise. I'm just picturing you with like all the, you know, the gif with all the math symbols swirling around their head? That was you at your computer, just like absolutely locked in for the last 30 minutes. See, I told you we needed Noella's himbo luck. And we got it! Let's go. Thank you for the clip, Bronny, the lizard. Hope you guys have been enjoying the new soundboard sounds. Oops. Oh man. It took a lot of work. A lot of things had to line up and come together perfectly. And well, in the end, we found out it was just Noella helping. But I don't care how it happened. I'm just happy we are now going to be able to get in room 46. It's the only thing I frickin' care about. I do not care about anything else. We just got to get to room 46. And then I think we know the answer to the puzzle. Realistically, I was just laying here and things were working out. Well, I mean, hey, that works too, right? Back to room 46. It's been a minute. You know another thing we can actually try? Before we call it a day and solve this puzzle, I've always said I wonder what happens if you bring the blue crown to the throne room. We've got more than enough steps to test this. So how about we just take a quick detour down to the throne room with the crown and see if anything happens. Because I've always wondered if it does. Oh my god, I forgot there was a lever behind the throne, so I didn't even have to go all the way back down. Oh well. So it looks like no. We brought the crown to the throne room, but nothing has happened because I can't interact with it or anything, so I guess that debunks that theory. Unfortunately. I was really hoping something cool would happen. But alright, anyway. That was just a side quest. Let's go do the thing we actually came here for. Alright. Here we go. 8 realms in 8 months. So this is what I figured out after looking at all of Uncle's postcards. We have the following: 1 Orinda Aries, 2 Iraja, 3 Arch Aries, 4 Morajai, 5 Vera, 6 Koranika, 7 Nuance, and 8 Fen Aries. So, the other part of this puzzle is identifying where each thing is. So I need to pull up my photos again as well to make sure we got the right places. Okay, so it should be... This is 1. Starts here. Then he goes south to Iraja, which is here. Then he goes north to Arch Aries, which is here. Then he goes across to Morajai, which is here. I'm loving that we're finally getting a corkboard and red string, by the way. It really feels like we've come full circle. Then he goes to Vera, which is here. Then he goes to Koronaka, which is here. Then he goes to Nuance, which is here, and then back. It worked! Yes! We did it! The final puzzle! We did it! And putting the pins and the red string in the appropriate place, we officially get the deed to the manor, I guess? Hang on. Wait a minute. This is the deed to the manor. The original deed. Property deed from Lord Arthur Clementine to Lady Oraray of Trinsdale. Know all men by these presents that Lord Arthur Clementine, rightful owner of the land that rests in the northern range of the Reddington Mountains, doth grant and convey to the bearer of this document, Lady Oraray of Trinsdale, the land, forest, and waters of the sheer cliffs that rest in the northern shadow of the Hollyleaf Mountain, with all the rights and privileges and appurtenances thereunto belonging. Boundaries. The property of Mount Holly consists of dense woods flanked by cliff walls, irrigated by mountain spring streams, and punctuated by several runoff waterfalls. This area is sheltered between the summit's northern slope and saddle, spanning across 80-odd acres of land. Holy crap! Thank you for the victory clip, Ronnie, for now. This is perfectly named, and I'm glad we're able to capture this moment. The property is situated southwest of Reddington, bound on the south by steep crags and abutting the east by the high road to Tanner Fork. Covenants. I, Lord Arthur Clementine, covenant, promise, and agree with Lady Oraray, her heirs and assigns, that I am lawfully seized and possessed of the said premises, that the same are free and clear of all encumbrances, that I have good right to sell and convey the same to said Lady Oraray, her heirs and assigns, and that I will warrant and defend the same against all lawful claims and demands whatsoever. In hand and seal, I make my mark in the grand year of Fen Aries, 1912. Lord Arto Clementine. Arthur, I guess it's supposed to say. Okay, this actually does feel like a satisfying ending, because after all this, we get the actual deed to the manor. Oh my god, and look what else we get! The last will and testament of Herbert S. Sinclair. I, Herbert S. Sinclair, of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I declare that I am not and never have been married and have no children. First, I direct that all my debts and outstanding expenses be paid as soon after my decease as possible. Secondly, I direct all the servants and staff in my employ at the time of my death shall be granted indefinite leave to be paid out of the reserves of my estate. Damn! That's sick. So all of the staff were literally getting paid leave while they just watched me try to reclaim this mansion. In the event that the aforesaid reserves for this purpose are depleted before a new master of the estate is found, I direct my executor to make provisions for their future employment and to do so in a manner that is just and equitable to all parties involved. Good guy Herbert S. Sinclair, looking out for his employees. Thirdly, to my faithful valet, Hartley Ruota, I hereby gift to him the lake house in Trinsdale. Damn! As a small measure of gratitude for his many years of unwavering loyalty and devoted service, I direct that my executor takes such steps as are necessary to transfer ownership of said lake house to Hartley Ruota, and should use all reasonable efforts to persuade him to accept the same. Furthermore, to my late cousin Tillen's 2 children, Courtney Farine and Rygard Farine, who have sometimes been impulsive and hasty in their actions, I grant to each a cuckoo clock set eternally on the sacred hour, for only time will tell when they are ready to slow down enough to appreciate the gifts bestowed upon them with the patience and wisdom that comes with maturity. Holy shit. Not Grunkle roasting Courtney and Rygard in his will. Jesus. Imagine using your last will and testimony to absolutely roast your cousins. That's... wow. Okay. In the case that Lionel Epson should return from his travels abroad, or in the event that any of his heirs should present themselves, I bequeath to him or them, as the case may be, the diary and its related key, which formerly belonged to his sister Clara Epson, which I have kept in her room and beside her grave, respectively and respectfully. Remember we saw the, Lady Epson's diary? We never knew where the key was. Apparently the key is next to her grave, wherever that is, so that's interesting. In addition, it is my fervent desire that the gallery, along with all the artwork contained within, be bestowed upon the Reddington Museum of Art, including the sculptures, exhibits, and the entire collection of drawings by Christopher Manson, composed of 4 pieces entitled, "These are the answers to the gallery puzzles." Interesting. There's so much information in here. This generous donation shall be made 1 year hence following the date of my earthly departure, when it will be removed from Mount Holly's draft pool. I wonder if that actually happens. If you get through 365 days in-game, the gallery is actually removed from Mount Holly's draft pool, because that's a nice touch. Cool. Moreover, to the Grand Cathedral of Araja, I bequeath 8 stone statues sculpted in the likenesses of the 8 Aegeran angels, Orinda, Lydia, Rena, Joya, Dauja, Vaya, Mila, and Draxus. These sculpted figures have been in the Sinclair tomb for multiple generations, and even though there has been much debate over their natural numeric order, they have nevertheless remained steadfast in their safeguarding of our family's secrets. I trust they will continue to provide the Cathedral of Araja that same level of stewardship. So when you stream this later on, there will be grave robbing? Perhaps. I give and bequeath to my nephew, Simon P. Jones, that's me, son of my dear niece Mary Matthew, all the rest, residue, and remainder of my estate, and of my right title and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly, as a token of the cordial and affectionate relationship which for nearly half a century his grandmother, Clara Epson, has shown me. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate of Mount Holly. This room, among other things of value, holds the physical deed to the entire estate, as well as many other personal effects and policies of insurance. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse, and the above clauses on this page and provisions pertaining to that clause shall be considered null and void, and the rest of my estate shall be disposed of and gifted to the Arindian Heritage Foundation, under condition that the house be immediately winnowed and sealed with explicit instructions and allowances that the site shall not be reopened until black flags are once again flying over Oris, or 110 years have passed since my death, whichever day shall come first. Well, it's a good thing I found room 46, I guess. Although, RIP to the Arindian Heritage Foundation, who no longer gets this place. As one final gift to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, regardless of whether he finds room 46 or not, I leave and bequeath to him the original manuscripts of his mother's works that were produced here, under the roof of her childhood home. These preliminary draft copies include Red Prince, which she wrote while visiting the estate during the brightest of her days, and A New Clue, which she penned here during the darkest. I hope that in due time and in the natural order of things, you will come to be content as I have with what little of herself she left to us. In witness whereof I hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Wow. Honestly, I had no idea what was going to happen when we finished the corkboard red string puzzle. But I can't imagine a more fitting end than that. To get the original deed to the house and to actually read the last will and testament of Herbert S. Sinclair. That really does feel like closing a chapter right there. Wow. And of course, the last will and testament did provide lots of clues to even more puzzles, but I actually think that's a very fitting bookmark, at least for this chapter of our Blueprints playthrough. That does feel like it adds more puzzles, but it's a good sanity cutoff point. Sanity cutoff point is a good way to put it. There you have it, folks. So it took us 92 in-game days, but our journey in Blueprints is now coming to a close. This took us 15 streams spread across 4 months and 54 hours of gameplay, according to Steam. And like I said, there are still puzzles left unsolved. I think after the stream, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a deep dive into what I had left. Perhaps a few, like, conspiracy theory type things. I want to see what people are saying about the game, and it is quite possible that this game will get DLC and we will return to it in the future, but I think for right now this feels like a good signing off point. I'm so glad we got to room 46 at the very end of the stream. I was losing hope. I was like, oh god, we're gonna have to end this stream. Even though I said it was the last Blueprint stream, we're gonna have to end it without getting to the end, because I don't think we can get there. But nope, all was good, all was well. We can sigh. And there you have it, folks. That was Blueprints. I really hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I did. I really didn't know what to expect when I started playing it. Like I said, it really came out of nowhere. I hadn't heard about it. I just saw a bunch of people were playing it when it launched earlier this year. So I decided to check it out, and I'm glad I did. This was a fantastic game to stream. It was so cool solving all of these mysteries with you guys. It almost felt like Dark Souls, that same feeling I would get when accomplishing something in Dark Souls live on stream with you guys and being able to celebrate that with you guys, just in a puzzle game, right? I'm gonna miss these Blueprint streams. Good ending though, and it's not forever out of rotation. Exactly. So thank you guys so much for being a part of the whole journey, and if you ever want to relive it, you know where to go, right? Over to the YouTube channel. We do have all of the stream VODs from Blueprints over there, and yeah, that's not it for streaming, obviously. This was just the first stream of September. We've still got lots more to go this month, and you won't have to wait long because I am going to be live again tomorrow night. We'll be back with some more Breath of the Wild. I mentioned before, I'm really going to try to grind Breath of the Wild now for the rest of the month, now that Blueprints is done. I want to see how much of the 100% challenge we can get completed before the end of the month. We're doing really good. We're officially over 50%, quite a bit past 50% completion of the challenge. So we'll see how many Koroks we can get tomorrow night and continue with that. But otherwise, that is it for me, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Oh my god, Idaho. Love that butt wiggle. Thank you for gigantifying that emote. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Have a happy hump day tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see you guys for some Breath of the Wild. If not, as always, please take care of yourself. Stay safe. So good to see you, and hopefully I will see you guys again real soon. Good night, everyone. Ooh. There's the button I was looking for.